Welcome to Mingus Union High School. It is Homecoming 2015. Jackie Bessler along with you. Kyle Benedict is here, and for Homecoming, we should have students in the stands. We should have former students in the stands. We should have parents in the stands. We should have parents of former students in the stands. It should be a great night here tonight as the Mingus Marauders 3-1 take on the 0-4 Moon Valley Rockets. But I'll tell you what, their record does not indicate what kind of a challenge they're going to be here tonight. What kind of weather? What does Mother Nature have in store for us?
Well, it's a little breezy right now. Clear skies. The sun went down a little bit early, obviously, getting into this type of season. But breezy right now, should die down by the time kickoff comes around.
Winds coming out of the
East.
Yeah,
so that right into our face.
Yeah, right into the press box. So when you see the papers go flying, that's when we'll go to break. In just a minute, we're going to get into our Vinny's Pizza pregame report. We're going to take a look around Northern Arizona football. Take a look at the section. Our section is doing really well for Division III. Lots of victories, lots of strong teams showing up early in the season. That will bode well for PowerPoints, which come out next week. So all of a sudden, we're going to really start talking about playoffs and how the playoff picture is going to look. We're going to take a look at last week's game versus Greenway. Fantastic game. We're going to look at our opponent here tonight, Moon Valley, a little bit of history and what they're doing now, what they did last year, and then go through some Mingus Marauder stats. Should be good. Mingus is definitely showing well on the ground this year. We'll return to the cave here at Mingus Union High School and get into our Vinny's Pizza pregame report right after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Welcome to the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 and have pasta, subs, or a specialty pizza delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings. Now let's head back live to the press box for Jackie and Kyle.
Welcome back. The Vinny's Pizza pregame report here at Mingus Union High School. Jackie Bessler and Kyle Benedict along with you for Homecoming 2015. Should be a fantastic game. Moon Valley, the Rockets in town. Haven't seen them since 2004, and just because of the way the divisions have gone, but we get a chance to have them here tonight for Homecoming. Should be fantastic. Hey, taking a look around Northern Arizona football. We talked to you a little bit about this Baghdad squad being nationally ranked. They dropped a little bit, all the way down to 37.
Yeah, I guess it gets kind of tough when you're having a really great season, especially when you're recognized across the nation. You don't perform like you did, say, the first 3 or 4 games, and you really hear about it.
Or you got to go up against the tough teams to start getting back up into that top 10. They were ranked 18th. They slipped to 37 with a 56-2 victory over Phoenix Day School for the Deaf. But
It's because it gave up 2 points.
well, there you go. Stupid 2 points, safety. But they've got Pima, who is number 2 in the state. They are 5-0. That should be a good battle for 8-man football. Camp Verde, a victory last week. Their first of the year, a 50-0 shutout over Pinion. And tonight they'll go up against Monument Valley. They'll be on the road for that one. Red Rock. Well, the Scorpions lost 40-13 to Chino Valley last week, and they're going to try to rebound against North Point Prep here tonight. They're even 2-2 going in. Chino Valley, in fact, that win over the Red Rock Scorpions was their first victory of the year. They are now 1-3. Tuba City will be on their agenda, traveling here tonight, and lots of things going on this week for homecoming week. By the way, anything in the news about the bonfire?
I didn't hear anything in the news, so that has to be a good thing, right? I didn't hear anything about arrest or any fire. Well, I guess there was one fire.
There was one
big fire, you know.
Well, that was planned, right?
Yeah, that was that, as far as I know.
Slag doesn't burn.
But yeah, no incidents that we
Good.
heard about, so should come around next year as well.
Well, we've got reunions going on. We will have, we've got former students that are going to be in the stands checking out the game. It'll be fantastic. We got the dance tonight. It's been a full week of festivities here at Mingus Union High School. And let's see what else is going on with other sports here around the way with Mingus Union High School. Coming up this week, lots of things going on. And let's see, we've got the 25th and 26th. We've got golf at Bradshaw Mountain Invitational cross country on Saturday. Will be at Doug Conley Invitational, and volleyball versus Sedona. That should be a good one. Coming up September 29th. Circle that one on your calendar. And the 30th, freshman football, who are 5-0, will go up against Bradshaw. That will be a preview. How has our freshman squad been doing?
They've been doing really well. On the 30th against Bradshaw, they'll be looking to get their 6th win, 5-0 this year. They got that opening win against Lee Williams, 52-8 there. Then they went to play Prescott, at Prescott, 48-0. 55-20 against Peoria. Greenway 66-30 with the win. And then this week, on Wednesday, the 34-28 win over Moon Valley. So 5-0, perfect this season so far. They're looking to get win number 6 against Bradshaw next week. 34-28, by far the closest game that our freshman squad has had against this Moon Valley squad. And we were talking, this is not a stereotypical 0-4 team. Moon Valley coming into tonight was a playoff team last year, made it to round number 2. They were 10-2 on the season, so a formidable opponent for Mingus for homecoming. Hey, let's take a look around the league and around Mingus's schedule. Cactus Shadows is now 3-2. They beat Cocoa by a score of 42-0 last Friday. They also, by the way, earlier in the season, beat the same Moon Valley squad by a score of 45-33. They will be at number 1 Paradise Valley here tonight. Tough one.
Ouch.
Yeah.
My goodness. By the way, Paradise Valley ranked 268th nationally by Max Preps.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Lee Williams, 0-4, having a tough time with it. They lost 51-0 to River Valley, who is very formidable. Tonight they have Lake Havasu. Oh, yeah, it gets easier. Peoria dropped 2-2. They are now 2-2. 69-25 versus number 2 Desert Edge, who is indeed a threat and Desert Edge is 2-2, but they've lost to 2 major Division I opponents during the course of the season. And tonight they are going to be going up against Paradise Valley. Cactus Shadows has a bye week, and then on the 2nd of October, they go up against Paradise Valley.
Get an extra week to prepare for that game. That's good.
Right, or at least heal up the bruises, right? Greenway, 1-3, great game last week against Mingus. Mingus won it with their defense basically on the field at the end of the game, 20-14. That was exciting. Tonight they go up against 3-1 Prescott. Moon Valley is 0-4 during the course of the season. Of course, they've got Mingus here tonight. We'll tell you more about them a little bit later on. Bradshaw beat North Canyon 28-14. They are now 3-1. We're getting into some of our section play, which is really impressive. Tonight they go against Thunderbird, who they are at Thunderbird, who handed Prescott their only loss of the season, 28-20. So that'll be interesting as you start to measure, like teams played.
Yeah, no, it's going to get really interesting here for Mingus. I mean, getting into the heavy part of their schedule, Bradshaw, Prescott. I mean, we got, you mentioned one loss for Prescott, Bradshaw putting on a show this year as well. So it's going to get really interesting. But if you can get through a good chunk of that section schedule, that's going to bode well for you if your whole section as a group is doing really well. It'll pay off once we start looking at playoff.
Coconino is 2-3 on the season, and they lost 42-0 to Cactus Shadows last week. Next, they go up at Goldwater, whom Flagstaff beat. So this could be another potential win for Coconino. We wish them well. McClintock is 2-2. They beat Vista Grande by a score of 30-22, and tonight there is their first away game of the season is tonight for McClintock, and they are at Apache Junction, who is 0-5. Apache Junction, of course, is East Albuquerque, just about. Flagstaff is 3-1. The Eagles are 3-1. They won at Goldwater, 33-7. Tonight they host Payson, another possible win for the Flagstaff Eagles, who could be 4-1 going into section play, which would be impressive. And Prescott beat Moon Valley by a score of 27-10 last week. So this will be interesting as we start to measure up these two squads. And tonight they turn around and play Greenway, another opponent that Mingus has had as well.
Yeah, it's going to get we're starting to get into the point of the season where teams are starting to play, the same teams. We see Prescott, Moon Valley, and it's really in the Moon Valley Cactus Shadows, Moon Valley losing to Cactus Shadows. But, it's great. It's really great to see all these Northern Arizona teams starting out really well this season, especially, you talked about a couple of those teams with one loss on the season. That is great for this, not just the section, but just for the way it looks here in Northern Arizona for high school football.
Well, it's really important when you get into PowerPoints. And you've got your section, which obviously you have to play, and your section is doing well out of section. Those all bode well for PowerPoints because, I talked to Coach Jacob here, Jacobs from Moon Valley, the head coach from Moon Valley, the Rockets, and I was talking to him about the division, and he said, I think it's just so sad that in Division 3 with 56 teams, we're going to have 7-3 teams that don't go to playoffs. And it's going to be the 7-3 teams whose sections did not do well that are really, really going to cost them some serious some pain. Hey, before we go into our break, let's take a look at our Vinny's Pizza special of the week, and it happens on Mondays. The spaghetti and meatballs with the half order of the garlic cheese toast and the 16-ounce drink, $8.99, and that is available on Monday. Spaghetti and meatballs, and that is the Vinny's Mondays special, which is perfect, absolutely perfect for Monday Night Football. I tell you.
Ooh.
Isn't it?
Get it to go, order it out,
Yes, have it delivered. How about that?
Have it delivered.
634-3333, which, by the way, spells feed. Vinny's Pizza, that is just past the Clemenceau building, just past 6th Street and the 89A bypass. We're going to return for more of our Vinny's Pizza pregame report after this.
Wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon Premium Wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics. We are Flip City Gym. We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in Northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Our national anthem by the Mingus Union Marching Band as we are ready, almost ready for Homecoming 2015. Jackie and Kyle along with you here in the cave. Let's take a look at our game from last week. Mingus a 20-14 victory over the Greenway Demons. Hadn't played them since playoffs many moons ago. Mingus started off with a 8-yard run by Accurso to put us up, and then a 12-yard fade in the second quarter tied it all up. From the Greenway Demons, it was 7-7, and then with just a little bit left to go, actually 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter, Meyer hit the first field goal of the year, a 21-yard field goal attempt, and made it to 10-7, and then just before the half, a 38-yard breakaway by Ruiz. Juan Ruiz couldn't have timed it better with 19 seconds left. Mingus at halftime was up 17-7. Third quarter action, Mingus in the third quarter added a 27-yard field goal to make it 20-7, and then a 4-yard run by the Greenway Demons in the fourth quarter tightened it up, and then Mingus, they finished with their offense on the field, but right there at the end, a good defensive stand to secure the game.
Yeah, no, they really did. I mean, Greenway there on that last drive, they were trying to go pretty much the length of the field to give themselves a chance to win the ball game, and they got about around midfield, and the Marauders really stepped up defensively, and like we've been seeing them do all season, but 20-14, it was a very exciting game, a close game, a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. That was one of the big things that really stood out to me were the penalties and a couple of touchdowns called back, and I guess it happened as well. You know, we had Mingus, they went for a field goal there and faked the field goal. Ball was picked off, flag by Greenway. Mingus got the ball back, went into the end zone. So that happened a couple times for both teams. But if we're looking at the offensive stats for the Marauders, again, 10 yards passing the ball in the air, and that's really has been kind of non-existent so far this year, but it's been the run game has been huge for the Marauders. So 10 yards in the air, 2 interceptions, which kind of hurt. One was on a little trick play there. So the interceptions is something that you don't want to see, or you don't want to kind of get into that habit. But the Marauders have been really doing a pretty good job about it so far this season. So 2 interceptions, but on the ground, 312 rushing yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, on the ground. They average 7.3 yards a carry, and we're seeing that. I don't think they have had a game so far this year where they're averaging less than 5 yards a carry. So and it was, again, what we see, them doing work on the ground and spreading the ball out. We had Alec Pfeiffer was my player of the game last week because he was running the ball extremely hard. Juan Ruiz there going into half, scored that touchdown, and Ruiz just kind of chugging away, getting the hard yards, putting him down the field, and then Juan Ruiz kind of finishing it there. But on defense, again, against Greenway, we saw 3 sacks. That's something that really we're seeing almost every game is the pressure that the Marauders are getting on defense. You have Pete Kelly, Tyler Kelly, they're back there almost every single play. So 3 sacks last week for the defense against Greenway, and it was really, the penalties you don't want to see. That was too many penalties on both sides of the ball, but if we can get rid of that tonight as well, rushing the ball, they didn't really take any steps back. If anything, we saw them spread the ball out even more on the ground, and we'll see how they come out tonight.
Well, Mingus, their 3rd game of the season with over 300 rushing yards. And so, in fact, we've got 2 runners, ball carriers for Mingus that are over 300 rushing yards, so just under that mark to hit 1,000 rushing yards on the season. So it'll be interesting. Moon Valley, the Rockets, here tonight. Haven't played them since 2004, and in 2004, the Moon Valley Rockets were ranked nationally. They were undefeated that year, went on to take the state title, and kind of crushed the Mingus Marauders by a score of 64-7. That was many moons ago. But nonetheless, here tonight, Mingus looking to retaliate for previous Mingus Marauders. However, when these 2 squads have matched in the 2000s, Moon Valley has won the contest by a score of 3-1. They've beaten Mingus 3 times. Here today, though, the Moon Valley Rockets coming in 0-4 with losses to Verrado, who is ranked, Cactus, who is ranked, Cactus Shadows, who is not ranked, Prescott, who is 3-1. So these aren't necessarily bad losses. So I'm telling you, this Moon Valley squad is better than what they appear to be on a paper. They've only scored 78 points. They've given up 145 during the course of the season. But it will be quite a battle here tonight as the Mingus Marauders will go up against them. Now, last year they were 10-2. They went 2 rounds into the playoffs and were able to beat Peoria by a score of 40-32. Coming into this season, Pollard, 39 for 74, 570 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Conchos is primary receiver, one of them. He's got several. 8 receptions, 151 yards, and 4 touchdowns. They've got 648 passing yards. Mingus doesn't quite have that same passing yards this season. Buckholz has been their entire running game for them.
Yeah, 86 carries this year for 559 yards. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns. If you look at their rushing yards, 576 total. He's got 559, so he's pretty much their workhorse on the ground. They're going to be looking for a lot of great things out of him tonight, especially with some of the injuries that they're coming into this game with. And
what do you mean?
Well, their starting quarterback, Pollard, right there, the junior, we saw a little while ago on the graphic, 570 yards, 5 touchdowns on the year, 3 interceptions, but he is their guy at quarterback, 570 yards, and he went down with an injury. What we're hearing is that he tore his ACL last week, so that's really going to hurt him. Junior, it's sad to hear that. It's sad to hear that, especially when you're in your junior season. That's when you're trying to make some noise, and it's really gonna affect the team. We'll see how they can come out and respond to that.
The injury bug has definitely caught the Moon Valley Rockets this year and has kind of diffused them in certain positions and players, and now the quarterback position. That means they're going to have to rely even more on the running game. Basically a receiver, one of their primary receivers, is going to turn around and play quarterback here tonight. Shane Piper, number 3, who is a senior, 6'4", 170 pounds, just same height but slightly lighter than their quarterback, Pollard. And we wish him well and hope that he heals quickly, but he will definitely be out for this season. But they've had other key injuries during the course of the season so far. Luckily, the Northern Arizona Healthcare injury report is clear. Wins out of the East at 8. No, wait, I'm mixing those. But the injury report is clear. I talked to Coach Young, and he was just absolutely relieved that we did not have any injuries so far. So we're not dealing with that. We got to get out of this game and into section play with no more injuries.
Yeah, anytime especially after the first couple weeks here, we saw a few teams that Mingus has been playing. We actually saw firsthand some of their opposing players going down with injuries. Fortunate for the Marauders, they haven't had that this season. But one thing I want to really point out about the Moon Valley's offense here is it's a really well-balanced offense. Obviously, the quarterback we talked about going down, so that's going to be hurting them. But you got Piper, the senior, who's going to be making some noise before he graduates this year. He's hoping to put the best play out there on the field. But 576 rushing yards to 648 yards in the air. So it's really a balanced offense. We'll see if that can carry over with this senior quarterback now.
It'll be interesting. We've got more coming up as we return to the cave here at Mingus Union High School after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
This has been the Vinny's New York Chef Pizza pregame report. Order for pickup or delivery tonight. The number 646-3333. We'll return for kickoff right after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, and it looks like the Mingus Marauders are going to be kicking out here. Let's go in through some stats here for the Mingus Marauders during the course of the season in the aerial attack. Mingus has got 139 yards in the air, and Upham by himself, 47 carries, 364 yards on the ground, and 6 touchdowns, 1,239 rushing yards, better than 300 yards per game on the ground for the Mingus Marauders, better than 13, almost 1,400 yards of offense over 4 games here so far this season. So getting ready for the kickoff for the Mingus Marauders. It is homecoming 2015, and it looks like Shane Piper, the quarterback, is back to return this kick along with Matt Conchos, their leading receiver. Interesting stat though, kickoff, our kicker for the Mingus Marauders, Trey Meyer, making some noise out there in the league. The cannon goes off. The kick is off, and Conchos will carry the ball. He'll come to the near side. He's past the 30 and not quite past the 30. Gets chopped down out there. Good open field tackle, and he'll turn around and stay on the field to play defense is one Mr. Pete Kelly.
Yeah, Trey Meyer, you mentioned making some noise in the state. He is number 1 in the state right now for punts. He averages 47 yards per punt, a total of 517 on the year. His longest was 70 yards. And last week, against Greenway, he had 2 punts, put him inside the 20-yard line. He has 4 inside the 20 this year. So a big, making some noise this year for Trey Meyer.
Mingus sets up in its 3-5 defense. We got an eye with Shane Piper. He's going to hand it off. Buckholtz is up the middle, but the whistles blow with illegal procedure. So we're going to start the game with a penalty.
Your homecoming captains tonight for the Marauders, number 19, Trey Meyer. We just talked about him, number 1 in the state for punting. Number 21, Pete Kelly. 30, Alec Pfeiffer. And number 68, finishing out the captains for the Marauders, Stefano DeLu.
1st and 15 as the Moon Valley Rockets have the ball on their own 25-yard line. And they'll be in the eye again. Buchholz is their major threat running the ball. Piper will take it. He'll pitch to the outside. Buchholz goes to the outside, spins, gets hit, and then tackled after about a 2-yard gain. Pete Kelly in on the tackle as well as Pfeiffer.
Tackle made by number 2.
Yeah, that was the option on the outside, left side there. Pitching it at the last second is Piper, and Buchholz is able to get around the left edge of the Marauders defense for a little pickup.
500, and how many yards does he have on the season? Holy cow. Like 536 out of their 576
He's got
yards.
559 of their 576 yards. He's averaging 139 per game.
That is quite impressive. Had a 200-yard game a couple of games ago against Peoria. And we are going to have a penalty. The flag is going to bring the Moon Valley Rockets back inside of their own red zone, all the way down to the 12-yard line. So erase the run and add a 15-yard penalty. And it does not bode well for the Moon Valley Rockets, who are going to start first and half of forever here. They're going to run up the middle, trying to find some place to go. Mingus collapses on it quickly with approximately maybe a yard gain for Buchholz. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 28.
A lot of Marauders in the backfield there making the tackle, but I believe that was Pete Kelly, number 21, who was there first in the backfield again. We talked about it in the pregame. Seems like we've been talking about it every week so far this season. Is Pete Kelly back there putting pressure on the opposing quarterbacks and making tackles in the backfield just like here.
Buchholz will have 3 men in the backfield with him now. He's got a big man, tight end, Beal. And number 88, he'll take the snap, use him as a lead blocker. Getting off of his block and making first contact out there is Tyler Kelly. So we're going to get a small gain of about 2 yards, and that's going to put Moon Valley out to about the 15-yard line. So 3rd and maybe 24.
Tyler Kelly just holding his ground on the outside there and keeping those feet shoulder width apart and not falling for Buchholz, who tries to make a move, but he's bringing him down for the tackle.
Behill was actually trying to make that lead block for him, and very quickly Kelly got off of it. There's the snap. Piper's going to throw. He throws downfield. He has an open man, overthrew him. Sat down in an open area was Timothy Knight, one of the wide receivers. Mingus was in a zone, and he had the opportunity. That's going to bring up 4th and 24 from about the 15-yard line, and Moon Valley is going to punt and give Mingus good field position. And it looks like Clark is going to be at his own 45-yard line looking to get this ball back. There's the snap. It's a good snap. Mingus gets close to the block. They kick it away from Clark, who's going to have to watch it roll, and it's going to roll across the 50 down to the 44-yard line. So Mingus will start with pretty decent field position. 9:55 left to go. First quarter action as we are into homecoming 2015. And we're going to have all sorts of information on homecoming queens and kings and courts and freshmen, sophomore, juniors. All of that coming up at halftime. So Mingus will get the ball at their own 44-yard line. Line up in the double wing. Man in motion comes back. And it looks like it is a keeper by Upham. Upham skims his way and then breaks a tackle across the 35-yard line. He's got the first down and then so much more. He's got 16, 21, 24 yards on the opening carry, getting the ball down to the 32-yard line of Moon Valley.
Well, he faked the dive up the middle and decided to keep it himself, and then he actually held it there and didn't really move for a second or two, and then finally that burst of speed up the middle, and he was able to break a few tackles, spinning his way for a 24-yard gain.
Accurso spins out or comes out to the near side. 2 receivers to the right, one to the right, 2 to the left, 1 man in the backfield. Upham gets up, takes a look, Says, Coach, is that right? You wanted to run number 1? Okay, all right, we'll run that. Back over center, over Vincent. There's the snap. They run it up the middle, and he keeps it. Actually, the decoy goes up the middle, and Upham almost lands on where the decoy landed, and we'll pick up about 1 or 2 yards. Call it a yard and a half.
Rockets on the defensive side of the ball didn't really get fooled as easily that time as a play before when Upham kept it just like that and had a nice pickup up the middle. But number 88, that's Brad Benhill for the Rockets defense, was the guy who made the tackle, was there first, and did not fall for that fake.
Once again, Mingus has receivers out to the left, and now we're looking to throw. Upham throws downfield, had it in and out of the hands of the Mingus receiver down at about the 10-yard line.
That's the tight end, Trevor Galloway, right there. And he had it. He was up and had it in his hands and just bounced off of his hands there. But nice to see the Marauders go into the air early here. We'll see as you look right there, right into the hands, and he was unable to come up with it, and you see him clapping his hands once he pops up, and he's upset with himself.
He knows what that one looks like at film on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So 3rd and 8, Mingus at the 32-yard line, and it's going to be the long pitch coming near side for the Mingus Marauders. He's got blockers. He's got the sideline, and on his way is Ruiz. Ruiz inside the 5-yard line. Mingus will have a first down inside the 5-yard line, put it at the 4, as he picks up 28 yards on the carry.
Well, it was that long pitch on the outside. Again, the Marauders had luck with it last week, and Tristan Clark with a nice block there to kind of lead the way for Ruiz. And we've been talking about it all season. The outside blocking for the Marauders has just been excellent, and that's a big reason why we've been seeing these nice big chunk of yards on 1-2 carries. I mean, how many times have we called these rushing plays for over 50 yards?
Quite a few times, and we can add them up. Upham takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Rides the defensive end, but the defensive tackle read him. So it'll be no gain. Still at the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4.
I tell you what, watching that first fake kind of decoy guy there on the option, he really gets beat up. That was Juan Ruiz that time. He's getting tackled pretty much every time, but if you think about it, if you're getting tackled, there's somebody open.
Yeah, but
there's
you know
some
what?
Spot on the field that's open.
When you get your carries to the outside, and those are the ones that count to the stats, that's still pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I'll take that. Man goes in motion. That's Accurso. They're going to pitch it to him. Accurso cuts back, didn't have to. Finds the end zone. He could have gone inside or outside. Mingus scores with 7:45 left to go in the first quarter for homecoming 2015. Accurso, who had the first touchdown last game against Greenway, gets the first touchdown tonight against Moon Valley.
That pitch play, they ran it once this drive to the left side. That one was to the right side, and he was out there waiting for Clark to get to his man to make the block. He didn't need it. He decided to cut it upfield and in for a touchdown.
Meyer boots the extra point up and good. So Mingus here with a 7-0 lead in the first quarter for homecoming at Mingus Union High School. Will return after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, and Meyer kicks the extra point, runs to the middle of the field, grabs a different kind of tee, and goes to kick off. Back deep, interesting. They have the quarterback and one of their receivers back to receive it, and it's going to go deep, almost to the end zone. He's going to get a chance to run it out. He is across the 15, now to the 20, looks for a block, doesn't get it, and about the 23-yard line. Not bad field position for the Moon Valley Rockets. Running it back, number 22, that's Conchos.
89, Ryan Nash for the Marauders, flying down the field and making the tackle. He's a senior, 6'2", 180, and he was just flying down the field.
Defensive line, McClanahan, Vincent, Scalf, Galloway. those are going to be the names that have to contain Mr. number 28 out there, Buchholz, who's got over 500 rushing yards on the season. If they do their job, he is going to have a very frustrating evening. Man in motion, and there is the snap, a fumble. The jet pitch, and then the ball is still on the ground. They tried to pick it up and still do something with it. And now there is number 78 coming up with it. Scalf picks up the ball, and it looks like Mingus has gotten the fumble recovery out there. The handoff tried to go to Shane Piper, put in a different quarterback, and then Shane did not get the handoff. They kind of had me confused here as they have a different quarterback in there. There's the snap, and Shane Piper comes across, and it does not make it into his hands. No, I'm sorry, that's Carlon who was taking the snap. So it was one of their receivers. Piper still at quarterback. Thank you, sorry about that. Nonetheless, let me switch over here, and Mingus will now get the ball very quickly and very deep into the Rocket territory at about the 15-yard line. Upham over center is going to throw. He's got a man open and into the end zone for the quick touchdown to Galloway. The 15-yard touchdown reception. Galloway is second of the season.
Well, he missed. He dropped a nice pass by Upham on the first drive, and that right there pretty much erases it, I would say. Nice touchdown there, and a touchdown in the air for Upham in this Mingus Marauders offense. Nice to see Galloway getting that one in the corner.
What drop?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? I didn't see no drop. All right, Galloway gets a second touchdown, and Meyer, big kick. Is it through? It is. And Mingus with 7-17 here in the first quarter, taking advantage of a turnover by the Rockets, is now leading on homecoming 14-0. We'll return to Mingus Union High School right after this.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics. We are Flip City Gym. We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in Northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
Trey Meyer.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, and Trey Meyer finds the end zone for the touchback. And that is a weapon when you can do a touchback. So Moon Valley will start at their own 20, have not been able to get out of their side of the field so far. 7-17 left to go in the first quarter, and Mingus up by a comfortable 14-0 for homecoming. Taking a look at Cody Buchholz, their big rushing threat has only got 2 carries for a total of 4 yards, and that is all the positive yards they have so far. They've got negative yards with penalties, do the Rockets. There's the handoff. They go to the jet sweep to Carlon. Carlon fights his way to the outside. He is a speed demon and a threat, and he will pick up the first down, 11 yards to the outside, and somebody missed a tackle.
Yeah, here we go. He's running off to the left, kind of cuts it back upfield. That's number 30. As he just stops, lets the defender fall in front of him, and then he runs outside, and before he's tackled, nice pickup there. And you know what? It's going to take them a little bit, and maybe we've already seen that kind of that little period when you go from losing your starting quarterback to a new guy in there. You know, you're going to have a little bit of those pains early on.
Spread. They've got 2 receivers both sides. They're going to hand it off to Buchholz. No, the quarterback keeps it on the outside. Had me fooled. And thank goodness Mingus wasn't entirely fooled, but a 6-yard gain by Piper up to the right-hand or left-hand side up there. I was for sure Buchholz was running that ball up the middle like he had the ball.
That was a nice at the mesh point there. Nice job pulling it. And a nice tackle, as we see right there for our TV viewers, by Anthony Accurso on the outside all alone making that tackle.
One man in the backfield, spread again. This time Buchholz will get it. He gets to the outside and then gets tackled. And a loss on the play could it be? It is for the Mingus Marauders. That is Phelps. making his presence known in the backfield. Another tackle for a loss.
Well, great pressure up the middle by the Marauders defensive line as well as their linebackers. Buchholz ran up the middle, and he just got stopped. He hit a brick wall, had no choice but to bounce it to the outside, and Cole Phelps was right there to bring him in. 3
receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ball at about the 32-yard line. Red streaming through the white line of the Moon Valley Rockets, and now doesn't that look like kindergartners? They're all pointing at each other. It was him.
I saw movement. It was that guy.
Yeah. Okay, who ate the red crayon? And everybody points at somebody else, right? All right, so they're going to figure out who moved first.
Well, you had about 3 defensive linemen there for Mingus just flying through the line. They were about 5-6 yards back.
Yeah, it's easy to penetrate the offensive line when they don't move.
Coach, we're getting through almost untouched. I don't know what's going on.
That'll be 5 yards back against Moon Valley. That'll put the ball at the Moon Valley 28-yard line. So 3rd and 14. That reminds me of the 14-piece deal over at Home Furnishings Direct, $9.99. Living room, bedroom set, 14 pieces. You got to check it out. $999. Look for the 14-piece package at Home Furnishings Direct, 971 South Main Street in Cottonwood. Moon Valley, 3rd and 14. 3 trips to the left, single back to the right. Mingus is sending in other players out there. Coming into the ball game late is Ryan Nash. And here's the snap. Piper takes it. He's looking to throw. He's coming near side. He's got the ball up, and then it just almost picked it off. He overthrew his receiver, Timothy Knight. And was it Ruiz that had the ball in his hands?
Yes, that was Ruiz. You had the receiver for the Rockets. The ball was in his hands again. Watching this replay here, and Ruiz, he comes up hitting himself on the helmet, his chest, anything he could find himself to hit himself with, he's hitting himself. But we look here at the replay, actually was overthrown a little bit, and Ruiz is trying to bobble it and face down on the grass. He's pounding the grass. He's frustrated with himself.
Well, we'll get the kid a switch, so it'll be easier to hit himself, right? All right, looks like Moon Valley is going to punt. Mingus comes after it. They get the punt off. It is short to the far side. It's going to take a pretty decent bounce and go out of bounds somewhere around the 40, 42, 44, 45. 45-yard line is where Mingus is going to take over. That's where their first drive started.
Yeah, good field position. We saw how that worked out for him last drive, and Mingus really has been winning the field position battle for most of their games so far this season. But going back to that Ruiz bobbled, missed interception there, usually, if you go to the NFL or college football, you can blame it on the fact that those guys don't have hands, and that's why they're playing defense. But in this case, you get a lot of guys playing both ways. But Ruiz in nice position there, and Mingus taking over, looking to make some noise here.
Taylor, Hardy, Vincent, Lou, and Jones make up the offensive line protecting the quarterback as he releases downfield, and it is received. Down the sideline goes the Mingus Marauders. That is Clark with a 55-yard touchdown reception. First play from the line of scrimmage.
Beautiful pass there by Upham down the right sideline. Clark, that pass just falls right into his breadbasket there in stride as Clark's able to beat Bobby Carlin down on the corner, right side corner for the Rockets. But again, a beautiful pass, and that's 2 touchdown throws for Upham.
Well, apparently there was a flag on the field, and the referee picked it up and waved it off. And so wait a second. They have got the ball set at the 18-yard line, or at least that's where the markers are.
Maybe they're calling him out of bounds. They might have called, he was kind of tiptoeing down the sideline, Clark, and looks like he stepped out. That must have been what they're calling here.
Wow, so it'll be a 37-yard reception and take the points off the board. Ouch. Mingus will have to re-earn them. There is the snap, and Upham's going to keep it himself. He comes to the near side. He takes a block to the inside, gets twisted, turned, and down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. That is real close to a first down.
Yeah, nice play there again, running the ball hard, Upham, but going back to that nice long pass touchdown that was called back, or it wasn't called back. They took the touchdown away and said Clark stepped out of bounds, but a nice pickup like that, and then adding a touchdown in the air, the drive beforehand, it really kind of opens up the running game that much more for your offense if you're able to kind of pick up big chunks of yardage in the air. And so far, Mingus, for really the first time this season, we're seeing them have that ability to pick up big chunks of yard in the air.
Well, the yard marker is going to fall to the ground as Mingus will have first and goal just inside the 10. We'll call it the 9-yard line. Mingus, 2 receivers to the right, 1 man in motion. Mingus will take the handoff up the middle and will not go very far. Will get tackled very quickly out there as Upham and may have actually lost a yard.
Number 32 in there on the tackle for the Rockets. That's Kyle Lubin. Also back there was Randy Gravel. So good pressure for the defensive line of the Rockets.
4:16 left to go. Mingus up 14-0. Moments ago it was 20-0. And then it was 14 again. Long pass play, apparently stepped out of bounds, and Mingus will run this one. No, it looks like Upham's going to give it up, and twisted and turned down to about the 10-yard line is Tristan Clark with a little counter, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from now just outside the 10-yard line.
Nice tackle there, kind of just holding on to the legs of Upham and swinging him around, bringing him down. You know, so far it looks like that's how you got to bring them down. Just hold on and don't let go, because as we saw in that nice long run earlier in this quarter, he's breaking tackles, he'll spin away, he'll run through guys, and it's very deceiving, especially if you look at his size.
Accurso takes the wing position for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Upham's looking to throw. He's got a receiver. He throws it up, and no contact is called out there. The receiver on the near corner, and it appears to be Accurso was the intended receiver. It's going to fall harmless to the ground. 3:15 left to go. Mingus 4th and goal from the 10. They had 2 field goals last week against Greenway, and it looks like they might be bringing out Meyer to attempt another one.
Yeah, Meyer's actually, we talked about, number 1 in the state for punts. He's number 18 for field goals.
There's the snap, there's the hold, it looks good. And the arms go up. Mingus puts a 3 on the board. So here with 3:10 left to go, Mingus leading at homecoming by a score of 17-0. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us. Hi, Denise.
I just recently purchased my 4th vehicle from Oxendale. It's a 2010 Kia Soul, and I love it. And the reason I continue to come here after all these years is because not only do they have wonderful service, they treat you very professional.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Trey Meyer has a pair of 27-yard field goals for the Mingus Marauders this season. That marks his 3rd, and Mingus extends the lead 17-0. Kicking off from the 40 once again. Going from right to left across to your radio dial. Conchos is the intended receiver. He brings it down. No, I'm sorry. That is Carlone, and he'll bring the return up, a decent return, down to about the 31-yard line, and the Moon Valley Rockets will start there.
Well, Meyer put the last kick into the end zone, so Moon Valley didn't have much room to work with, and now they have a little bit more breathing room around the 30-yard line. And we saw a little bit of light, but really, overall, the offense of the Rockets has been unable to get going here. We saw 1 fumble that was recovered last series by the defense, and we'll see what they can get going again with a new quarterback, Piper, number 3, the senior.
Yeah, unfortunately, their starting quarterback went down. Buckholz up the middle, had some room, and is still driving the legs, and he drops the ball. Let's see if they called his progress down or if Mingus picked up that fumble. No, it actually appears as though one of the Moon Valley Rockets picks it up, and downfield, saving the ball for his squad is number 76. So, and actually the fumble gave him the first down too, if you notice that.
Yeah, I believe you see him running up the middle, Buckholz. You got number 5, and then number 7, Tyler Kelly, lifting him up. He drops the ball, and then number 76, Zachariah Southwick.
And he drops it again, coming through. And coming up with the ball for the Mingus Marauders is Jose Pacheco with the fumble recovery. 2 fumbles in a row by Buchholz. And, new quarterback. Is that going to happen here? Is that one of the tragedies you're going to have in the backfield?
Well, you get used to a quarterback, and that timing at the mesh point is definitely something that you learn over time, and you kind of know how long it takes for him to get that ball and turn around and put it into the place where you're gonna take it from him. But I definitely would say that does have something to do with it, and you can see they're really trying to go. Give the ball to Buchholz and have him carry this offense early on, and then back-to-back fumbles. They recover one, and then Mingus recovers the next one.
They actually had good blocking for him and lost the handle. Mingus with the ball. They're going to go up the middle opposite way, and looks like Pfeiffer's going to get his first carry of the game for 6 yards across midfield down to the Moon Valley 44-yard line.
We talked about Alec Pfeiffer a little bit in the pregame, but we called his name a lot last week. He was running the ball really, really hard. He went off a little bit with a small little injury, but he came back. It seemed like he was okay. But he was my player of the game last week, just from that hard-nosed running, and a lot of that was up the middle. And we see them going to him again. But we called a lot of people on the offensive side of the ball for the Marauders last week. They probably had 3 or 4 guys running the ball and effectively.
Vincent with the snap. Upham takes it. He steps back. He's looking to throw. He's got the ball in the air, and ins and outs. Receiver came in. Upham threw deep. The intended receiver on the play for the Mingus Marauders, Carson Anderson. And it looked like he was doing a curl to the outside, and Upham expected him to continue to go downfield.
Well, if you're going to miss that throw, if there's going to be some sort of miscommunication, you'd rather throw it up over the receiver and out of bounds than short where all the defenders are.
Amen. And amen. 3rd down for the Mingus Marauders, 3rd and 4 with the ball at the 44-yard line of the Moon Valley Rockets. Upham's got one back in the backfield, and he is looking to make the pitch to the near side. It's Tristan Clark. He makes a move, and I'm not sure he got enough. He'll pick up. Actually, they're going to take him back to the line of scrimmage with the mark on this side. The line judge on the far side has got a mark about a yard back, so that'll bring up 4th down for the Mingus Marauders with the ball at the Moon Valley 44-yard line.
And looks like the Marauders right here from their left hash going to punt the ball.
Myers kicks it up high. It's going to drop down, take a good Mingus Marauder bounce, and then down very well. Downfield is Tristan Clark, who didn't get the first down, but what a great job on special teams.
No, that's going to be his 5th, I believe. Trey Meyer, that's going to be his 5th punt inside the 20-yard line. That one's inside the 10, inside the 5. He had 2 last week against Greenway and 1 already tonight.
Just like you can't run the ball without blockers, you can't get those inside the 20s without that special teams unit downfield keeping that out of the end zone.
Yeah, no, that one was going into the end zone. Clark was down there with that speed, of course, running back. He's down there and able to just nice little kind of bring it in, catch it, stop it right there for a really nice play.
Not a lot of room for the Moon Valley Rockets. Piper is in the end zone waiting for the snap. He's going to take his time as we got 1:11 left to go in the first quarter. And there's the snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. Stopped short. And they lost yardage down to about the 1-yard line. Buchholz comes back to the end zone, but they're going to give him forward progress, saying he did get out of the end zone. Flag on the play, though, and this could be huge. If it goes against Mingus, it will give him breathing room.
I believe they did call that one against Mingus. As it looks like they're kind of.
Well, we got Rockets
forward.
clapping, yeah. And we have a penalty against Mingus. And it's going to be a good 15-yard variety and move the ball all the way out past the 15-yard line.
No, that one's tough. You go from pretty much being backed up and having the offense backed up in their own end zone. You've been getting pressure all night. Then you go and get a penalty, and all of a sudden the Rockets have some breathing room.
At the same time, you kind of understand it. When you got all those defensive players out there that smell safety, it's hard to keep them quiet. The run up the middle is going to be treated quite sorely. Mingus does not play good host to the running game, and they'll lose another yard, bringing the ball back down to about the 15-yard line.
Well, we got about 30 seconds left in the first quarter here as that clock continues to wind down.
Self tackled with prejudice there. He tackled very hard. He wrapped up very well, and forward progress was stopped and thrown backward. Moon Valley Rockets. Now, here comes the snap, and trying the right side is Buckholz, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And Mingus is just run blitzing constantly, bringing up 3rd down and about 11 from the 15-yard line, as that will end the first quarter here at Mingus Union High School. Mingus, 3rd and long, well, are the Rockets looking to get the ball back here in the second quarter, possibly. 17-0 the lead for homecoming 2015. So says the scoreboard from the Cottonwood Parks and Rec Center. We'll be back after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Coach Dixon's defense looking to make a stand on 3rd and 11 as we start the second quarter. Mingus at home for homecoming, leading by a score of 17-0. Piper in the backfield for the Moon Valley Rockets, takes the snap, looking to throw. He's in trouble. He'll get sacked from behind. And making the sack and the tackle out there. Take a guess. How about number 21?
You didn't let me guess.
Oh.
That's what I was going to guess. Now coming off the right edge, untouched again, Tyler Kelly. Pete Kelly, excuse me, brother back there as well, but Pete Kelly coming up with the tackle there. And again, this defense by Mingus is getting pressure on the quarterback, on the running backs. They're in the backfield, and I guess the two biggest hole that Buckholz has had was up the middle, and he fumbled twice with that nice blocking.
Well, Piper, after taking the sack, will turn around and punt. The ball's going to take a nice Moon Valley Rocket bounce. It's going to be one of those great stat punts as it rolls all the way down to the 31, the 30, the 29.5, and will settle there. When the ball continues to roll downhill, it makes you wonder whether or not it's even, right?
He had one of those line drive end-over-end kicks there that once it hit the grass, it just kept rolling.
Well, that's going to be a 60-yard punt for the young man from Moon Valley, and that is absolutely fantastic, especially he had just gotten sacked, and then he got up and he was holding his leg like he got twisted just a little bit, and then puts off a phenomenal punt.
Yeah, 3rd and long, sacked, no gain, and you're looking, the Marauders offense is thinking they're going to have great field position.
And up the middle goes the Mingus Marauders, and it looks as though that was Pfeiffer. Let me catch a number on that. No, that was Ruiz. Up the middle for the Mingus Marauders, a good first down run of about 5 yards as they're approaching their own 35-yard line.
Number 60, Sage Long, in there for the Rockets. A little slow to get up. He made that tackle as only a pickup of a couple yards there, but it's something.
Mingus second, and we'll call it a long 5 for the Marauders. Accurso goes into motion. Upham's going to keep it himself and gets caught by number 30. Great job of penetration from Lanny Glenn, and he is one of their leading tacklers for the Moon Valley Rockets.
Well, it looks like the last couple times the Marauders have tried that option where they fake it. This time it was to Ruiz up the middle, and Upham keeps it The Rockets have been doing a nice job on the outside, kind of containing that. It was a little difficult at first, but really that's what you have to do with the option is just assign yourself a guy. You have your outside linebackers who's on maybe the running back or the quarterback. That way, anything that the offense does is wrong. There's some guy covered.
Looks like Upham's going to drop back and throw the ball. He yanks it downfield. He's got an open man by just a step and almost connected downfield at about the 30-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th and about 8 from the Mingus Marauder 32-yard line.
Trying to get Clark right down the middle of the field and just overthrown as they're rushing back to the line and about to snap it here again.
And there's the snap. There's the punt. Almost got blocked. This one's returnable. Going the other way is Kalan. Kalan finds an angle to the right-hand side. He's streaking down across the middle. He could go all the ways at the 20, the 10, and the Moon Valley Rockets are on the scoreboard. Here, a phenomenal return by Nick Carlon, the senior wide receiver and returner, as he returns that one about 64 yards downfield. And 73 yards downfield. Great blocking downfield. Good job for the special teams of the Moon Valley Rockets, and Mingus unable to catch up with the quick young man.
Yeah, they faked the reverse on the return as he comes down with it, fakes it to the guy to his right, and then he ends up going right down the sideline, and nice blocking. There was actually a couple of Rockets standing around looking for someone to block.
The extra point is up and good, and here with 9:28 left to go in the second quarter, it is a 10-point game. Mingus now leading 17-7 over the visiting Moon Valley Rockets. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Nick Carlon returns the punt 73 yards and puts his team up on the board. Piper adds the extra point for the visiting Rockets. And here we are, 17-7. The Rockets looking to kick off for the first time in this game. Mingus will have the ball first in the second half. A booming kickoff down to the goal line, but it is returnable, coming to the near side of the Mingus Marauders. Clark's got the ball. Does he stay in bounds? Kind of, sort of, and down to the 26.
Nice little stiff arm down there by Clark against 23, Anthony Phillips down the sideline, but Phillips didn't go down, and he stayed with Clark for the tackle and pulling him out of bounds. But a nice return there, and again, Mingus starting out with good field position.
Mingus has got 82 yards on the ground, 52 yards in the air offensively so far. And the greatest yardage for the Moon Valley Rockets has come via special teams. The 73-yard punt return. Mingus now 9:21, a 10-point lead here at homecoming, second quarter, 17-7. One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. Upham takes the snap, will follow his blocker through the hole, and back to grind and grind as Mingus will pick up 7 up the middle. Great job coming through the hole first was Clark, making contact. Upham following him through and picking up a good solid 7 yards on first down.
Yeah, anytime you can kind of just sit behind your lead block and follow his lead, it usually ends up with a nice pickup, and that's what we saw right there. Good gain on first down.
2nd and 3. It'll come the reverse of Curso this side. He's got him beat. He's got the sideline. He's across the 40. He's across the 30. The foot race is on. There's the 10. And a Curso with a long touchdown run of 67 yards. and Mingus strikes back in 2 plays.
Well, how often have we seen these big rushing plays, a lot of them for touchdowns on the outside? I mean, that's really where they've been having most of their success, the Mingus offense, that is, on the outside edges. They got the blocks downfield and then the footwork and the nice speed there by Accurso, and he's off to the races for a 60-plus yard touchdown.
His second touchdown of the game, his second touch of the game. This guy, he touches the ball, it equals points. Here comes the extra point attempt, and Myers is perfect again. He is 4 for 4 out here today. 3 for 3 with a field goal. There we go. 24-7 is our score, and our Arizona Smile Designers fan cam is coming up here on Channel 2. Of course, that is Suddenlink. That is Suddenlink Channel 2 and Cable 1 Channel 56. And there is the fan cam as we watch the student section. See, there's life. There's life. There is life in the student section. I told you there was. Mingus, 8:37 left to go. Leading by a score of 24-7. Arizona Smile Designers on Willard and a Smile Big, Smile Bright. azsmiledesigners.com. They do all sorts of services, including new customers, kids, and cleanings, everything you need, all the way down to the really bad stuff, you know? You know, where you got to get the wisdom teeth out, or you got to...
Been putting that one off.
Have you?
Yeah.
Why would you have a wisdom tooth? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's only half in. It's only half in.
Yeah. Now that makes sense. Or at least it does for radio, right? 8:37 left to go. Mingus on top, 24-7. Glad you're along with us here on KYBC, AM 1600 and 96.3 FM. Kickoff comes down near side. Carlon again with the ball, and he's going to go to the right-hand side this time. They are going to cover it up at about the 27-yard line. However, once again, a nice return. Special teams are on board and on fire here for the Rockets.
Yeah, the first couple Marauders that were downfield got picked up really quickly by the return team of the Moon Valley Rockets. And Carlon going back to the right sideline where he had that nice touchdown run and the success on the last punt return as Marauders were forced to punt their last drive. But he tries to go back to the right side and hope to get some room with it, and he does. Nice little pickup for about, he's just past the 25-yard line.
Pete Kelly, the one that tracks him down on the far sideline. Mingus on defense here again. Rockets with the ball, 1st and 10. They're going to run it up the middle. Good, huge hole this time. And Buchholz has the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Give him 17 as Mingus, just the sea of red parted for the Moon Valley Rockets. Coach Jacobs said that this team has got moments of brilliance. That was one of them.
Yeah, no, that was all credit to the offensive line for the Rockets there. And then Buchholz, he sees it and just bursts of speed up through the middle before Jose Pacheco, number 1, is able to bring him down.
That's his biggest carry of the game. They're going to give it to him again. This time he'll pick up a first down and more. Rumbling and stumbling off right tackle just slightly. Give him another 11 on the carry, and just like that, Kobe decides that he is going to put the team on his shoulders and pick it up. He's got now 10 carries and 37 yards.
Running right behind Johnny Rodriguez there, who actually ends up on the ground, and I think Buchholz actually kind of trucked him. He's like, thanks for getting me through the first line. I got it from here.
There's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. Then a late pitch to Buchholz on the near side. Mingus covers it pretty decent. Give him 4 on the carry. But Moon Valley happy that they're moving the ball forward. Late pitch here as the quarterback just waits and then gets smacked. You know, that happens though. If you're going to wait real late on that pitch, it is very likely that you're going to get hit. Now, you release that ball when people are still 2-3 yards away from you, they can't come hit you. You know?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing with it, like you said, is you want to hold it as long as you can to try and draw the defense to you and free up your running back, and that's what happens right there.
Piper in the backfield. He has got receivers to the right. He throws to the right, and boy, that is a phenomenal job. Caught in the backfield. They threw it kind of back in the backfield, and Mingus gets off the block and then able to still make the tackle on the receiver out there, which is phenomenal. And it looks like making the tackle is Stabref. What a great job of reading that play.
Yeah, no, that was a great job. They had 2 receivers out there blocking, and then the little bubble screen is where, you just have your slot man back up a yard or 2, turn around towards the quarterback. He gets the pass and then turns it upfield, but nice job by Stabriff to shed the block and make the tackle.
They're going to run the ball up again, off tackle to the right-hand side. Mingus able to catch up to it, but not before 5 yards on the ground. Moon Valley driving on the Mingus Marauder side of the field with the ball at about the 35-yard line. 6:18 left to go. Second quarter action. 4th and a short. Now, it looks like Moon Valley's going for this right from the start. They didn't even hesitate. Moon Valley, I don't know if they're delaying, waiting to see if Mingus will jump off. Piper will take the snap. They give it to the running back in the backfield. He'll pick up the first down. Looks like he got it pretty easily. Going through the line is Buckholz. And yeah, we're going to give him a good solid 4. And 4th down conversion by the Rockets as they refuel their systems here in the second quarter.
Well, this is really the first drive where we've seen Buckholz, the running back for Moon Valley, having a lot of success, and as a result, they're moving the ball, and now they're in the zone of the Marauders here.
They're going to run it again, this time caught in the backfield and picked up and taken back, driven back, and that is Tyler Kelly. And that's what weight room does for you.
Yeah, weight room and getting low. If you watch this, he just gets much lower than Buckholz, drives up with the hips and lifts him up in the ground, probably drives him back 3 or 4 yards before putting him into the ground, and that one feels good as a defender there. That one feels good whenever you can lift the running back up, especially one that's been beating you all drive.
The safety, free safety for the Mingus Marauders, sophomore, coming in this year. We got this kid for 2 more years here for the Mingus Marauder program. So here come the Rockets once again. Receivers to the left and right, 1 man in the backfield. Guess who that is? Buckholz. And Piper will take the snap. He'll have to run it himself because he kind of fumbled the snap, but he's got room on the far side. He makes a broken play into a first down as he gets inside. Could be the red zone of the Mingus Marauders, picking up about 14. Fumbled the snap, couldn't make the handoff, and then just found his own way around the corner. Now, this is one of their receivers. They moved to the quarterback position. So I think he actually found this to be natural running in traffic.
Yeah, it looked like it. It definitely looked like it was natural, and that doesn't surprise me one bit that he's a receiver first. Is 6'4", 170 pounds. With a height like that makes a good receiver.
Mingus stops that one cold at the line of scrimmage. Buckholz gets nowhere on that. And it appears as though Mingus, the ball comes out, and Mingus is going to pick that one up. They tried going to a jet sweep, and it hit the man going through the jet sweep. Mingus will pick up another turnover very quickly, and it appears as though it is Skelf. Is that Skelf again?
That's Skelf again. That's his second fumble recovery tonight. He had one early in the first quarter, and then again here in the second quarter. So have a game, Skelf, as that's the 3rd time Moon Valley has put the ball on the ground, twice recovered by Skelf.
Well, Mingus will take over and stop the threat. Here's the pitch to the far side, cutting it back in for the Mingus Marauders, and picking up great yardage is Curso. And Curso, that's the first time he's touched the ball this game that he did not score. It was a 4-yard touchdown and a 67-yard touchdown, now an 11-yard run for a first down.
Nice job picking up a first down there, and we were approaching right now 4 minutes left until halftime, and we've been talking about a nice crowd here for homecoming, as will be an extended halftime of homecoming, a lot of festivities. Clark with the pitch to the outside, makes a little cut inside and picks up a gain of about 4 yards.
Clark, only his 3rd carry of the game so far. His first 2 carries are for nothing. And wait a second, looks like we have a change of possession. Like to see what happened on that one. Did Clark? Yeah, looks like Clark gave up the ball. And the Rockets are going to get the ball back. Clark going down to the ground, apparently coughed up the ball. And Moon Valley's going to get the ball back here at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he was running kind of parallel with the line of scrimmage, cut it upfield, and it looked like it was kind of hard to tell a lot going on, but it looked like the guy tackling him from behind punched it out.
So Moon Valley with the ball, second man through the middle, ridden to the ground after a gain of about 7, and picking up good yardage. Moon Valley approaching the Mingus Marauder red zone again. 3:23 left to go. Mingus on top right now at homecoming. Score of 24-7. Moon Valley refusing to go away, is driving once again on the Mingus Marauders.
Real quick, Bradshaw up 14-7 over the Chiefs in the second quarter.
Piper in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He's going to throw this one. Has the man downfield. Just barely overthrew him. Pretty good coverage by Pacheco on the play. And Mingus will get away with that one. The throw downfield may have been Meyer on the coverage downfield. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 29-yard line of the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, I believe that was Meyer there on the coverage, running right with Timothy Knight, number 4 for Moon Valley. That's who that pass was designed for. But again, Meyer just staying with them, and the pass was a little out of Knight's reach, actually almost in the end zone, but was not able to come up with it. Nice defense.
Beal in the backfield now. They tried using him as a blocker earlier when they had him there. This time, he's going to go out for a pass. They're going to throw to him, and cutting up underneath Romero on the coverage. The throw was low. It would have been good enough for a first down. That brings up 4th and 5. Now, you're the Rockets. You've already converted on 1 4th down. You going for it?
I think you do go for it here. You're heading into the locker room. We got about 2:50 left to go. If you can really get a touchdown here, it really changes the course of the game.
Big 4th down conversion attempt late in the second quarter. Moon Valley Rockets looking to see if Mingus will jump. They're disciplined. They don't move. Piper's going to have to take the snap. He's going to point. He'll come back. He'll take the snap. He's going to throw the ball. Comes to the near side. Overthrows his receiver. And on the intended receiver, I think, was Carlson. And Mingus will get the ball over on downs on a turnover at their own 29-yard line.
I think if Carlson, even if he does come up with that pass, it really wasn't a catchable pass. But if he does bring it in, it looked like Anthony Accurso from the outside came flying up untouched, and he was pretty much right there. He would have been making that tackle is what it appeared, untouched.
So Mingus with the ball, 2:44 left to go, second quarter. All 3 timeouts available to the Marauders. There's the snap. Upham looking to throw. Throws to the outside. He's got Clark. Clark's got the reception. Makes one man miss, a second man miss, and then spin, and nobody's out there to help the poor young man. He is on his own and will earn his 6 yards the hard way.
He broke the first 2, but just kind of coming out from the backfield over into the flats, and Upham, nice throw hitting him right when he makes that cut towards the sideline, and Clark doing whatever he can to try and make some guys miss, as you see right there in the flat. Nice ball by Upham. Clark making the first guy miss. Here comes the second one, making a miss, and then tackled.
Back to live action. Accurso coming through the middle on a misdirection is going to gain a few, give him 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 2 from the Mingus Marauder 37-yard line. Under 2 minutes left to go. Mingus quickly back to the line. That doesn't mean they're going to snap the ball quickly, though. They still have all 3 timeouts left to go in the first half. Mingus, a tight double wing, man in motion, and we're going to get a blown whistle here. Looked like Upham was going to keep that one. They're going to get Mingus for motion. That'll stop the clock with 1:38 left to go, but it'll back up the Marauders 5. And a quick look says that is only the 2nd penalty for the Mingus Marauders this game.
Well, he faked it. It was a penalty, so the play didn't counter. They didn't actually run the full play, but they had Accurso motioning to Upham's left. They fake it up the middle to Ruiz, and then looked like Upham was going to keep it with Accurso as the lead blocker.
3rd and 8, 1:22 left to go as they get the clock rolling again. Check of the wrist and the play. Upham over Vincent. He'll take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man wide open. Clark makes a man miss. It's a foot race. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. The dive is not good. And Clark with the long reception for the touchdown. Give him 67 yards on the reception and the touchdown with 1 minute flat left to go in the first half.
Well, play action pass. They fake the ball up the middle. Upham pulls it back up to throw it and has Clark right down that middle seam of the field. He makes the safety miss and is gone. Nice touchdown there by Clark.
Upham gets his second touchdown reception of the game. Thought he had a second one earlier. That one came back. Myers' extra point is blocked. And that might be the only mar on the Mingus Marauders here so far in their first half performance here at homecoming. 1 minute left to go. A check of the Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard says Mingus 30. The visiting Moon Valley Rockets 7 will return to Mingus Union High School after.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, it is homecoming 2015. And Mingus ready to kick off yet once again. And I'm trying to pick up a number here. 33 is kicking off for the Mingus Marauders, and that's going to be Caleb Collin. A short kick to the near side and a fair catch called. Stopping the clock, Buckholz actually caught the fair catch. Why? Now, if there's anybody I want running the ball back from the 25-yard line, it would be that young man.
Yeah, especially right there. If you want to have the short kick, usually you want to get the ball into the hands of someone who can take a hit, maybe break a couple tackles, and that's your guy. I mean, your stud running back. But he just decides to let the offense come out on the field with just under a minute left before halftime.
We have got the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep halftime report coming up in 59 seconds of playing time. Spread offense, empty backfield, 3 to the right, 2 to the near side. Mingus looking to come get him. Piper gets rid of the ball quickly and caught and then dropped. Are they going to give it to Mingus? They're going to give it to Mingus. Pacheco picks up the ball. That is questionable, sir, whether or not that was a full reception. They're going to talk about this. The receiver, Timothy Knight, had the ball in his hands. Does he have possession? I'm not sure he had full possession of that ball. The ball was disrupted by a Curso.
Timothy Knight.
And
it's tough because you're looking for a football move, but it seems like he's catching that ball at the same time as he's turning to kind of absorb that hit, and that's when he loses it. So it's kind of up in the air, one way.
Yep.
We'll see, but they decide to give it back to Moon Valley.
Yep, they call that incomplete. 2nd and 10, 55 seconds left to go. I believe Moon Valley has 2 of their 3 timeouts. Man gets through, throws the ball up, almost actually does overthrow his intended receiver on the far side. That is the tight end, Brad Behill, and he overthrows him. Now, that young man is tall. He is 6 foot, 200 pounds. And he tried to get up in the air. That ball was thrown high. That's when you go back in the huddle and you're like, you're going to kill me, man. Numbers.
Leave me out to dry.
Yeah, don't throw it that high. I don't want to get up in the air, leaving myself defenseless. 3rd down, 50 ticks, 25-yard line. Moon Valley's got 75 yards to go. They're going to run the ball. Buckholz has the ball. He's driven and ridden down by the Mingus Marauder defense after a short gain of 1.
One thing that I was really curious to see how the defense of the Marauders was going to handle it was we talked about the balance of this offense Moon Valley's offense that is coming into this game with 576 rushing yards, 648 receiving yards. So they kind of had that double threat. They could either put the ball in the air, be successful with it, or put it on the ground with Buckholz. And, that's what it kind of does. When you have your leading quarterback going out like last week, you had Pollock, who went down with an unfortunate ACL injury. Now we got Piper in under center for the Rockets, who's trying to do what he can here. And really the only time we've seen this Moon Valley offense have some success and move the ball was when Buchholz was having success with the ball.
And that was really to the credit of their offensive line when they were getting that done. Mingus called a timeout with 44 seconds left to go, looking to try to get a special teams opportunity. Now, the last time Piper was back here, he put together, a 60-some-odd yard punt against the Mingus Marauders. And backing up precariously is Clark. There's the punt. It is deep. It's going to go over Clark and bounce and bounce and bounce. It's inside the 10-yard line and down to about the 8-yard line. So that punt went from the 25 to the 8-yard line. Another successful bounding punt by the senior from Moon Valley. And now with 31 seconds left to go, how key and crucial is this field position? That was phenomenal by the Rockets, being able to pin Mingus deep, making him go 92 yards in 31 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much going the entire length of the field in 30 seconds is pretty difficult to do. But Moon Valley's defense cannot get complacent here. As we can see, the Marauders have these explosive plays.
However, Mingus is going to take a knee and run out the time and look to go into halftime here, into the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge halftime report here at Homecoming 2015. They're going to go into the locker room with a lead of 30-7 over the visiting Moon Valley Rockets. It was quite a different story the last time we played this squad in 2004. Moon Valley victorious in that one, 64-7. Mingus now with the lead, 30-7 here at halftime. And we're going to get into all of our festivities here for Homecoming 2015. Let's check the Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard. The Cottonwood Parks and Recreation Center scoreboard says Mingus 30, Moon Valley 7. Here at halftime, we'll return after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here. With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by Oxendale Dodge Chrysler Jeep, your dealer for the people. Stick around for the first half recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats.
Back here at Mingus Union High School as we are into the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge and Jeep halftime report. Mingus leading this one 30-7 at homecoming 2015, and I can't wait to get into some of these names. Go through some of our court here, and let's find out who we have.
Well, at the freshman level, we have Hannah Arwine and Alex Nelson is the freshman court. For the sophomore court, we have Chelsea Clark and Jonathan Lung. And then going up to the junior level for Prince and Princess juniors, Destiny Razzo and Victor Anaya. So that's the junior level. And then up at the senior homecoming king and queen nominees, first up we have Shay Cordes and Hayden Harrison. And then our second nominee for the senior homecoming king and queen.
All right, Hayden is nominated. Hey, Mingus Marauder. Football player.
Second senior nominees is Tori Fanning and Anthony Accurso.
Oh, that's two guys that are going to miss halftime.
And then let's see, we have our third and final senior homecoming nominees, Megan Gettle and Grant Williams.
Nice. Oh, I can't wait to find out who is going to win here tonight. What a thrill it would be to be homecoming king or homecoming queen. I've been neither. But nonetheless,
you were nominated though, right?
No, no, I was not nominated. The only thing I did well was go through stats. First quarter, Mingus was able to score first and put points on the board with a 4-yard sweep pitch to Accurso, and he had options. He could go outside, inside, either way. Meyer with the extra point. It was good. Still first quarter action. A 15-yard pass. They had already tried one, and Galloway didn't get it. They try this one, a 15-yard pass to Galloway. Good. The first throwing touchdown of the game. Meyer added the extra point, and it was 14-0. 3:10 left to go. A 27-yard field goal by Meyer made it 17-0. Then second quarter action, as we see on the screen, there is Hayden Harrison, followed by Accurso out there, and way to go, young man, way to go. Second quarter, 9:28 left to go, and the Moon Valley Rockets get on the board with a 73-yard punt return, and Nick Carlon reads his blocks perfectly, weaves his way like an artist through the Mingus Marauder special team, 73 yards, and the punt return with the extra point by Piper, and they were on the board 17-7. Second quarter action. 8:37 left to go, and a 67-yard misdirection as Accurso scores again. 2 touches, 2 touchdowns. Can't beat those stats. Finds it to the outside, and the young man just pours on the speed as he's getting the extra juice out of the bottle. And Accurso gets the points on the board. Mingus led 24-0 with the extra point. Then with 1 minute left to go, a 67-yard pass as Upham finds another 67-yard touchdown. This one reception. Clark weaves outside, weaves inside. Can't catch me, says the gingerbread man. And Clark goes all the way, finds the distance, and Mingus here at halftime up 30-7. That was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the entire half for the Marauders was really impressive. One thing that stands out, I mean, we haven't seen so far this year, 2 touchdowns in the first half in the air.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that is huge. I mean, we've seen already this year the success that Mingus has on the ground, but to see it this game in the air with 2 receiving touchdowns before you even get into the second half is great to see. To me, does he look a little underdressed compared to the lady there?
Well, I'm not so much worried about Accurso being underdressed. What I'm worried about is whether or not he got the cologne drenched on him to cover first half football while the young lady is on his arm. Look how she looks very beautiful, and she is so courteous because you know he smells like football.
Yeah, she's like, don't touch too much on my arm. Don't get it on my dress. Don't touch me.
You realize you're really wet, right? Oh, it is a fun day here at Mingus Union High School. It is homecoming 2015. Mingus up by a score of 30-7. Hey, we want to remind everybody that you can now listen to Mingus Marauder football on your phone. You can go to myradioplace.com and get the app for KYBC AM 1600, 96.3 FM, and that is powered by Pawn Palace. That is the Dome building on the 89A bypass, and I was just there seeking binoculars. I went in and put my hands over my eyes and said, I need these because I can't see.
As long as you don't use them to drive, you should be okay.
Hey, what a concept. I absolutely love this. This is a good concept. We're going to take a quick break here in the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge and Jeep halftime report as we are into halftime of Homecoming 2015. We'll have announcements coming up here soon. We'll be back to Mingus Union High School right after this.
Believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hey guys.
Hey Matt. Last time we were here to buy a car, my wife and I could shop on the lot while our kids were in the play area and watched after. It's for our family and also for our business, and they've always been able to find exactly what we've been looking for.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics.
We are Flip City Gym.
We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, oh, the excitement here at halftime Homecoming 2015. And just moments ago, the announcements of our king and queen for 2015. I got to do the drum roll, don't I?
Yeah, that's it. Your 2015 Homecoming King, Grant Williams.
Way to go, Grant.
Grant Williams, see him right there, sitting in the king's chair, throne. And then the 2015 Homecoming Queen goes to Megan Gettle.
I know their parents, and I know they are smiling from ear to ear right now. In fact, I think beyond the ears. You know how those parent smiles that go beyond the ears? Yeah. Don't do it too long. You can get stuck that way. Here at halftime, the Mingus Marauders up by a score of 30-0, putting on a show for all the previous Marauders from years and decades past, and doing a great job against the against the Moon Valley Rockets here, 30-7 at halftime. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. One final congratulations out there for our king and queen, Grant Williams, and Megan Gettle, our king and queen for 2015. We'll get into more of our Oxendale Chrysler Dodge and Jeep halftime report right after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Here in our halftime show, Oxendale, Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep. Travis Reed joining us once again. Travis, what do you think of that first half?
Well, Jackie, I was at work working car deals because I don't know if you've heard the radio commercial. I have to sell 53 cars before Mike and Matt get back in town. So I drove over here listening to most of it on the radio. And from what I heard, it's been a good game so far, but it looks like the ball has been bouncing Mingus' direction the entire time.
It has. Mingus, 3 different turnovers, 3 fumble recoveries, and some of that has to do with the brand new quarterback stepping in for this Moon Valley Rocket squad. Absolutely nothing against the young man, but the timing's off.
And I did hear you guys talking about that on the radio. Anytime a new quarterback comes in, it's a little bit difficult to get that timing, not only with those handoffs, but also with those timing routes as well in the passing game.
Absolutely. He moves from the receiver position to the quarterback position, and I think he actually felt most comfortable running the ball in traffic.
Right. Well, most of those receivers are used to running the ball in traffic, so it just bodes well for him to be able to go from the receiver position, step right into the quarterback position, and I bet you he comes out in the second half and shows improvement, makes a difference.
Oh, I certainly think so, and they're trying to get Buchholz back into the game. He's only got 56 yards of their 83 yards on the ground, so they're going to try to find a way to get him back involved in the game. But Mingus has been able to use whatever weapon they've wanted to.
Right. Well, it sounds like Buchholz had two fumbles, I believe, back-to-back. That can play on a running back psyche, so he needs to forget about the first half and come out and run as hard as he can and hold on to that football.
Short-term football memory.
That's exactly right.
Yes, and if you hang on to it too long, we'll knock it out of you, right?
Well, I think from what it sounds like, he sounds like a pretty good running back, so he just needs to get back on track.
Oh, he's definitely averaging 139 yards per game, so I'd
say that's good.
He is definitely an athlete, and Moon Valley knows how to use him and trying to get him involved with this particular game. He's got 56 yards. You need 53 cars sold. How are we doing?
I should have gone with 56 so we could match the game.
We should have.
Well, like I said, I was stuck late at work tonight working. That's why I was listening to the game on the radio. It's interesting. The Chrysler factory rep heard that I had gone on the radio. For those that aren't familiar with the radio ads, Matt Oxendale and Mike Oxendale do all the radio ads. They left town. I went down to the radio station and did an ad myself. And again, they challenged me to do this. The Chrysler factory rep heard me on the radio, was so shocked that an Oxendale was not on the radio. He called me to find out what was going on and gave me, listen to this, he gave me an additional $1,000 on the next 5 Ram 1,500 quad cabs to help me achieve those goals.
No kidding.
No kidding. So if you're sitting on the couch right now watching this or listening to this and you look at your wife and say, Martha, I think we need a new pickup truck, Oxendale's the place to go because I've got extra money that a lot of dealerships don't have right now.
Wait a second. I have a wife and her name's Martha?
No. Oh. I'm sure somebody out there has a wife. Her name is Martha.
Right. You scared me.
And Mr. Martha wants a new truck.
Got it.
And he's got an extra $1,000 right now from Oxendale Chrysler to take advantage of that this weekend.
But it is for the next 5.
Just the next 5. That's it. When supplies run out, it's out.
But what a fantastic deal. He's driving through town, and it's kind of like calling in that matching program, right?
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly. But not only that, we've got $5,300 off Chrysler 200s right now. Any Chrysler 200 in stock, $5,300 off. We're giving up to $5,000 more for your trade than appraised value. I'm doing anything I can to hit that goal, so when they get back, I can say, yes, I achieved it.
You're looking for vacation time, right?
Eventually, at some point, yes.
I hit my goal. Can I have tomorrow off, right?
It'll be the next 2 days off, but a lot of hours, but it's worth it because, again, it's not about the cars sold, and we've talked about this before. It's more about making sure that we're helping our customers and getting them into the right car for them, solving their problems. And we had customers come in today that owed too much on their trade. We had customers that came in today that didn't have the greatest credit in the world. If we can find out what that problem is, find out what your need is, then we can solve that problem and put you in a nicer, newer car. And that's what it's all about for us.
That is what it's all about. And then all of a sudden you find the second time around you're not upside down, right?
Most of the times not, because our lenders that we work with, we handpick our lenders just like Matt handpicks every single car that's on the lot. So we really want to work with the lenders that are going to put you in a good situation to where when you come back in again, you're not in the bad position again, and it's easier to get the car of your dream.
Absolutely, and you still have one of those 5 choices left, right, for that special option?
Well, it's not just one of those. It's not just 5 individual vehicles. You can pick any Ram 1500 on the lot, quad cab, and I've got the extra $1,000. So it's not just the black one with no air. It's whichever one you want.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
And if you want that, come down and ask for me tomorrow, and I'll make sure, because they're going to be gone tomorrow by the time we close.
Okay.
So come down and ask for me, and I'll make sure that I get it for you.
Is there a special discount on the black one with no air?
I don't have one, unfortunately. They might in Phoenix, but not up here. We try to make sure we get the cars that our customers want.
Right, especially not black and without air. All right, we're going to take a break here and there. The Oxendale Chrysler Dodge and Jeep halftime report. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
This has been the Oxendale Dodge Chrysler Jeep Halftime Report. We'll meet you back on the air as exciting Mingus Marauder football returns for half number 2 right after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us.
I've been buying from Oxendale for the last 10 to 15 years. I always get good service, and I know I can shop locally here and get the same deal I'm going to get anywhere, and appreciate the fact that you can buy locally and get taken care of here.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, the halftime festivities underway as we have the Mingus Marauders out on the field warming up. Moon Valley Rockets still strategically making plans at halftime, have not come out yet, although the Rocket cheerleaders on the field, and they have got the banner for the Rockets to run through. We got about 2.5 minutes left to go. Let's take a look at some of the stats here in the first half. Let's look at Moon Valley, the visiting Rockets out here today. Buckholz, 16 carries, 56 yards. That average a little lower than what he's used to.
Yeah, you know, the Marauders defense is doing a great job containing him, as we saw Moon Valley really trying to feed him the ball to get this offensive going. It worked on one drive, but he's 56 yards, 3.5 yards a carry is below his average. He's averaging 6.5 yards coming into tonight's game, so 3.5 a little lower.
Mingus holding him to halvesies. Carlon has been the scoring opportunity for the Moon Valley Rockets. The punt return of 73 yards, the only touchdown. They've got 84 total yards, 83 on the ground, 1 passing yard, and 73 yards in special teams at least. In fact, I think they have more special team yards than they do offensive yards as the Rockets come flying through their sign held by their cheerleaders out here and come crashing through it. The Mingus Marauders here, 298 yards of total offense in the first half. I would say that was rather efficient.
Yeah, it's been really efficient. We have Upham 4 for 8 passing with 125 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air. That's something that is great, and we haven't really seen this year, is 2 receiving touchdowns. Accurso, 4 carries for 84 yards, 21 a carry is what he's averaging, 2 touchdowns as well. But one thing that stands out right there at the bottom of your screen for radio listeners, rushing 173 yards rushing, 173 and 125 passing yards. So pretty balanced. It's about as balanced as we've seen the Marauders this season. Total offensive yards, 298. So a great first half for Mingus.
So far rushing the ball, Jordan Upham, 7 carries, 46 yards. Tristan Clark, 3 carries, 1 for 4 yards, 2 for 0, lost a fumble. Juan Ruiz, 2 carries, 33 yards. Pfeiffer has a carry for 6 yards, and Curso, 4 carries for 84 yards total. Once again, the freshman squad, 5-0, a victory last night, bonfire night, against the Moon Valley freshman squad, and a victory of 34-28. Hey, more football action coming up this weekend. I know the Cottonwood Wildcats going up against Sedona in the Majors Division, and that one will be at CMS at Cottonwood Middle School. That one coming up at 2 o'clock. In the Minors Division, the Cottonwood Cardinals will be versus Baghdad. The Bears, who are 3-0, will take on the Colts, 2-1. That one is going to be quite a game. And the Mighty Mites, the Lobos versus Camp Verde Seahawks at Page. Woo, that's a drive for the little ones. Get them up on Thursday, right?
Real quick scoring update. Payson leads Flag 12-7 in the second. Bradshaw Mountain 21-7 over Thunderbird.
Right down to the goal line. The kick takes Clark. Clark finds his way through, turned himself, got skinny, and up to about the 22-yard line as the camera focuses in on the yellow litter on the ground.
Well, starting the second half, just like we started off the first half. I believe the first play in the first half, first play of the game was a penalty.
Well, that should back up the Mingus Marauders, I believe. Ball sitting at the 23-yard line right now. And they're going to switch out footballs, first of all. Pick up the flag. They haven't moved the ball yet. Mingus gets the ball first in the second half with a lead, 30-7 over the Moon Valley Rockets. They're going to mark off the penalty from the 21-yard line, a holding on the return. And they will bring the ball back to the 13-yard line. The worst starting position for the Mingus Marauders out here today.
One thing we didn't really touch on too much in the halftime show was the 2 fumble recoveries by Scalf.
Jordan Upham's going to keep it, go off tackle, and he'll pick up a few and get hit hard after a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Finishing the tackle is Mr. Vasquez, a defensive lineman, junior, 6'4", 335. That's bringing it.
They have actually a couple big boys there on the Moon Valley's team. Their quarterback who went down, unfortunately, Pollard, he was 6'4", and they have quite a few big boys on their team.
Mingus, delayed snap. Second man through, comes Clark, near side, great tackle Clark had way open area, and Beal comes in and makes up a open field tackle. Tristan Clark gets another 4 yards, maybe 3, and now they move it back 1. So 2 yards on the carry. So 3rd and 5, Mingus with the ball inside their own 20 at the 18-yard line. Accurso goes in motion, stops, come back. Mingus Marauders get up, look to the sideline for a play. Upham back over Vincent at center. Man in motion. First back through, gets it. Good push and driving his feet. That's going to be near first down yardage out there. And it appears as though, is that Pfeiffer running the ball? I think that is Pfeiffer with the carry, and it'll be a first down for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, they give it to Pfeiffer up the middle. We saw them fake it to that kind of decoy guy. The dive up the middle wasn't... It seemed like Upham was pulling it most in the first half and pitching it out to the running back. But right there, Pfeiffer gets the call up the middle and a nice hard run.
The option offense for the Mingus Marauders. Sometimes tricky, sometimes hard to defense. Mingus has a man in motion. And the pitch goes to the second man, Accurso. He's got some room on the outside. He'll get pushed out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. He'll gain good yardage and a first down. Give him approximately 17 on the carry. And we have a Rocket down on the field needing medical attention as they're going to come out and check out that young man. I hope he is okay. Accurso, another first down, a great carry in 17 yards, puts him over 100 yards in the game for that for Accurso. I think that is his first 100-yard rushing mark for the Mingus Marauders at the varsity level.
That was a great job by Accurso, getting to the outside there and getting around the outside contain of the Rockets defense. I thought, looking at the replay a few seconds ago, that Upham could have held the pitch just a little bit longer. He had number 60, Sage Long, for Moon Valley, kind of standing there waiting for Upham to come towards him, and he had another guy actually to his left and wasn't able to, got the pitch out to Accurso, and nice pickup.
Linebacker Randy Gravel gets up off the carpet out here at the Mingus Marauders home field, and walks off under his own power. That is a wonderful thing to see. Give the young man a round of applause. He'll go out, take a break, and get a little drink as Mingus will pick up first down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the left for the Mingus Marauders. 1 wingback, Accurso to the near side. Pfeiffer in the backfield. There's the snap. It's going to be a throw. Comes out to a Clark. Quick move, and he'll pick up some extra yards. Caught the ball about 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Almost got caught back there. Great footwork for the young man, the senior from Mingus Union High School. Turns -2 into a +4.
Yeah, fake the run up the middle. Upham throws it out to his receiver, and it was a great read by number 7, the defensive back, Bobby Carlon for Moon Valley. To read that play, he saw it the whole time, dove to the legs, and wasn't able to hold on.
But made him get back inside to where he had help pursuing. Upham takes the snap. Looking to throw again. Now he's got pressure. Will come to the near side. Get away from the big guy. He's going to hold it his own. Scamper, and that's one thing that Upham can do. A broken play going for a first down for the Mingus Marauders as he gets about 9 on the carry. Almost gets caught twice in the backfield. Number 12 is just
watch him move,
running around. Yeah, great moves for the big man. And then coming to the near side, takes on the hit, stays in bounds, by the way, and picks up 9 on the carry.
We got an injured Rocket down on the field again. Looks like number 30.
Lanny Glenn, that's one of their main tacklers, another linebacker for this Moon Valley squad. And hopefully that young man is going to be perfectly fine. It's Malik Clark, who comes in as a tight end but playing defensive tackle. That big kid, 273 pounds, running around chasing Upham.
Yeah.
6'2", 273 pounds. He's a sophomore.
I mean, he's just going to get bigger, and that was the biggest thing that stood out. I kind of lost track of Upham there because I was watching Malik. A great job by Upham avoiding the sack and making a nice play out of nothing, but you got to give a lot of credit to Malik Clark to chase him down.
Another special day. We have an announcement for Linda.
Getting up off the turf is Lanny Glenn of the Moon Valley Rockets, and another Rocket pridefully going off the field under his own accord.
He's jogging nonetheless. Good to see that.
Well, you know, that tells you he's thinking, I'm taking a break. I will be back in. Give me 2 plays, right?
He's going to go as far away from his coach so that his coach doesn't make him stay on the sidelines.
Right. Well, then you get pretty close as you start elbowing him. You know I can go in, coach. You know I can go in, coach. Mingus, 1st and 10. 48-yard line of the Moon Valley Rockets. Man in motion and first man through for the Mingus Marauders, and breaking tackles and getting out of it is Pfeiffer, going all the way. 47 yards and the 48 yards and the touchdown, and another Moon Valley Rocket on the ground out here right at about the 48-yard line. Mingus, a 48-yard scamper, as Mingus goes over 300 yards in the game easy. And unfortunately, another young man from Moon Valley down on the ground. And all right, that one looks like cramps.
Yeah, he's laying there on his back. I couldn't get a number on it, but you have the trainer come out and immediately walks up to his right foot, lifts it up, and starts stretching him. To that touchdown run, Alec Pfeiffer, he just bulldozed over 2 guys, 2 defenders, and once he got through that wall, he was just all green grass into the end zone, and it was just a matter of time until he broke one for a touchdown. Greenway, he was up and down the field, never got into the end zone actually, but it's been picking up yards almost every time he carries it, and that's number 71 for Moon Valley. He's up and walking off, limping a little bit, but hopefully it's not too bad. Number 71, that's Daniel Myron.
Senior, 6 foot, 275. And you know what? Cramps are cramps and they hurt. But I like cramps when that's what the injury is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the thing with a cramp is you can see a guy just drop to the ground and you think it's worse than it actually is. So when you hear a cramp, you breathe a sigh of relief.
Kick is up and good for the Mingus Marauders out there as Mingus gets the extra point, taking a 37-7 lead. We're going to take a break and we'll return to Mingus Union High School right after this.
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Mingus Union High School, Meyer has got that left foot completely taped on. I think he lost that shoe earlier in a kick. Not on this one. And this one will go deep and toward the corner. It is returnable. Down the sideline, streaking. Caught, released, close to midfield, and then finally out of bounds, almost out of bounds at about the 45, 46-yard line. Great return. Another special teams spectacular by the Moon Valley Rockets.
Yeah, Nick Carlon again. He already had a punt return for a touchdown. He gets it on the left side of the field, returns it down the left sideline. You have number 21, Pete Kelly, hanging on by the jersey by Carlon, who just drags him a couple yards and then gets free before being tackled and forced out of bounds. So again, a nice pickup on a kickoff by Nick Carlon.
Only 1 sack for the Mingus Marauders. They average 4.5. Spread offense out here. Buckholz finds a hole, runs over a Mingus Marauder. They gather him up at about the 44-yard line. And just like that, Buckholz puts his squad, the Moon Valley Rockets, into Mingus Marauder territory. 1st and 10 from the Mingus 44.
Nice hard run by Buckholz. He got the He got the defensive line sealed off thanks to his offensive line, and once he got around that edge, he took a couple Marauders with him.
Quick pass, near side, comes down to number 22, tackled quickly, short gain. About 2 yards out there, making the catch was Conchos. I know they're trying to get that ball into that young man's hands because he has been dangerous so far this year.
Yeah, you know, we talked about how balanced this offense was coming into the game, and Concho actually talking about it, receiving. He has 151 yards coming into tonight. He averaged 18.9 a reception, so 4 touchdowns on the year as well. So, as you said, Jackie, they're going to try and get him the ball whenever they can in the air.
And up the middle, new running back. No, Buckholtz, pardon me. Short gain, about 3 yards as Buckholtz goes up the middle. Trying the center. And Mingus up to the task. 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. Buckholtz with that 3-yard run now has 70 yards on the game. Piper back to throw. Throws the ball, it's tipped and picked off. Going the opposite way for the Mingus Marauders. It looks like Upham could be the senior safety out there for the Mingus Marauders. It looks, no, I am wrong.
Tyler Kelly.
Tyler Kelly with the interception. And the interception return out there of about 27 yards.
Looking at the replay here, tipped off the hands of the receiver right into the chest of Tyler Kelly. A nice return, too, by Kelly. Picking up a lot of yards, and there we go. Mingus, their offense starting in the zone of Moon Valley, so that's what a big turnover can do. And we really, 2 in the first half, 2 fumble recoveries by Scalf, and then here to open up the second half. Nice interception there by Kelly.
Almost had one earlier. Mingus picks up one now. Up the middle, first back through for the Mingus Marauders. Good driving run out there is Ruiz. And Ruiz is slow to get up. Off the ground, gets a hand from one of the Moon Valley Rockets, and he is limping a little bit. Coach Young said the one thing we had to make sure of is no injuries. Ruiz kind of holding the stomach area. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Pfeiffer comes in for him as Mingus now has the ball at the 36-yard line of the Moon Valley Rockets and driving. 6:19 left to go, third quarter. Mingus leading 37-7. Man in motion, there's the snap. Upham looking to throw. He's got one man open and down the field and into the end zone. Throwing the arms up, indicating that Accurso was going to catch that wide open. And just like that, 36-yard, the third throwing touchdown of the Mingus Marauders for the game.
I'll tell you what, Upham was under some pressure there on that too, and he kept his composure, stayed in the pocket. Tristan Clark tried helping him out by kind of throwing a shoulder to one of the defenders there to get him out of the way of Upham, but Upham stands in there strong, delivers a beautiful pass in stride to Accurso for another passing touchdown.
Mingus set up to add the extra point again, 43-7. There's the snap, good hold. The kick is up, looks good, and it is now 44-7, according to the Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard. 6:07 left to go, and Mingus here at Homecoming 2015, cruising in front, 44-7. We'll return to Mingus Union High School right after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Mingus with a 36-yard pass play. Upham finding Accurso on the near side and puts the Marauders up 44-7. And Meyer getting quite a workout in the kicking department will kick off yet again. He'll drive this one. This one's going to be a ground ball through the second baseman. They're going to hand it off. And looks like they're going to take it to the far side. And who is that carrying number 2? That is Nick Carlon with that big return on the punt. We'll take it across the 30-yard line. Mark it at the 32, and Moon Valley will take over there.
Isaac Romero in on the tackle for Mingus. And okay, 44-7. We'll see how Moon Valley starts to play this with their offense. We continue to see them to open up this half. Give it to Buchholz, and he had a little bit of success last year or last half. But you know, you got to give a lot of credit to this defense of the Mingus Marauders. You got McClanahan, Vincent, and Scaff, as well as Galloway there on the defensive line. So they've been putting a lot of pressure and preventing Buchholz from really doing his thing tonight.
There is the jet sweep going to the near side. They get the ball in Carlon's hands, and he'll pick up a first down and then out of bounds after about 13 yards. Seen that play before. They ran it to the near side and got some pretty good blocks. The jet sweep has worked twice here for the Rockets.
Yeah, Carlon running hard there on the outside, and you could see it. He did not want to go down. It took half of the defense to take him down there on the outside, and he still didn't want to go down there. So, you know, you're talking to the coach before the game, he said this Moon Valley team is just full of a bunch of great guys, and you can see them continuing to play hard here, even down 44-7.
3 receivers to the left, and a little misdirection in the backfield. Buchholz finally got that ball, but just about took out Carlon in the process. And it was supposed to be a fake to the receiver this time. Buchholz and Carlon ran into each other, and good for the Rockets that Buchholz actually hung on to the ball, picks up the first down.
That was a quick cut up field by Buchholz too. He was looked like initially after he kind of ran into the shoulder, he got the ball, looked like he was going to take it to the outside and stretch the play. Saw the hole up the middle and just made a quick cut up field.
Again, 3 receivers to the near side, the right. The Rockets going from left to right across your radio dial. Quarterback keeper this time. They fake it to Buchholz, and he'll pick up the first down, still stumbling and bumbling down to about the 31-yard line. And so Piper will pick up another 15, 16 yards on the carry. And Shane, that's his biggest carry from the line of scrimmage.
Well, we've seen him have some success with keeping the ball and running it right there. He made a couple nice moves. And again, you mentioned in the first half, Jackie, that Shane Piper, his primary position before this game was a receiver, 6'4", 170. And you could see him, even without even seeing him at the receiver position, you can tell he's one of those guys who makes a lot of yards after the catch.
Kind of, as a coach, you kind of wish you could throw it. He could throw it to himself. Handoff coming to the near side. They give it to the receiver on the jet sweep once again, and Conchos gets the ball, and to the near side he will pick up about 5, maybe 6, about 5-6 yards, and driving the ball are the Rockets at the Mingus Marauder 26-yard line. 4:27 left to go, third quarter action. Homecoming 2015 Mingus leading by a score of 44-7.
We talked about Shane Piper. He's been playing receiver before this game. He's got 112 yards receiving this year, averaging 9.3 a reception.
Run up the middle and breaking away with good footwork going toward the corner and diving toward the end zone. Do not see a sign. There is the sign as Piper winds his way about 27 yards for the touchdown. Takes the snap, goes to hand it off. Buchholz, they bite on him. They drive downfield. Great blocking downfield. This is one of those plays where, you know, Coach Jacobs for the Rockets was saying they have moments of brilliance. That was a moment of brilliance.
Well, all around, that was just a great play. Obviously, the run by Shane Piper, and then nice blocks by Mario Espinoza, as well as number 4, Timothy Knight.
And Piper will go in and add the extra point. He gets all 7 points on that particular play. And here, with 3:58 left to go in the third quarter, 44-14, homecoming 2015 here at Mingus Union High School. We'll return after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, looking to get the third kickoff of the game are the Mingus Marauders. And back deep for the Marauders is Clark as the return man. They've put one in the end zone. This one looks like it is definitely going to make the back of the end zone and out. Man, somebody had a burst of energy.
Yeah, that was number 33 on the kick, Dino Perviz there. He's got, speaking of touchbacks, that one goes through the back of the end zone. He has 4 touchbacks coming into this game, so I believe that would be 6 on the year already. So 4 touchbacks, and what a great weapon. I mean, especially when you have an offense like the Marauders who can, they have such explosive players, and they've already tonight had great luck with being backed up in their own end zone, having big plays, kind of give them that breathing room. So whenever you can put it back through the end zone for a touchback, that's huge.
165 yards in the air for the Mingus Marauders, over 250 on the ground, and Mingus will keep it on the ground, and up the middle goes Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, good yardage, good collision as Carlone makes the tackle, and Pfeiffer put his shoulder in him. Oh, we got a new carrier. I am sorry. I thought carrying the ball was Pfeiffer. That is not correct. That is Cody Marrow. So new player in the ball game for Mingus.
That was number 25 for the Marauders, Cody Marrow.
He'll pick up a good solid 7 on the carry.
We have Trey Meyer under center as well.
Well, he'll hand off the ball going to the near side, and the ball came out. I don't know if they blew it dead, though. Looks like they did blow it dead. As Marrow with the carry, and he would get, if they give him forward progress there, that could be close to the 30. Might be third and less than a yard. So Mingus did what we kind of expected they would, as Upham will now go get ready for the homecoming dance. And Meyer will take over the snaps at center. He'll hand it off. No, he'll keep it himself. And looking to try to drive the ball. Don't know if he got the forward progress. It's going to be close. And if that is the spot, that might be short and bring up a 4th and inches for the Mingus Marauders. Meyer kept it himself and tried to get out of trouble, unable to get around the would-be tackler. And that is definitely short. 4th down, and now he'll step back into the punting position, but that doesn't mean that he will punt. He will punt. Gets off a great punt. And does it stay in bounds? Oh man, the ball looked like it was leaning inside trying to stay in bounds. It goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Close to a 50-yard punt, a 49-yard punt for the senior for the Mingus Marauders.
I tell you what, one nice thing is having your quarterback, guy who can punt it. Like you said, you never know what's going to happen there. Of course, he gets the punt off. And 44-14, you got to be happy with the way Upham played tonight. I mean, you have the three passing touchdowns, something that he hasn't really done so far this year. I mean, coming into the game, Upham had, he had 2 passing touchdowns, so he's over that tonight with 3 of them. You know, you got to be happy with the way he played. Not to mention he did some of the work. He did what he does on the ground with his feet.
He's going to have a great quarterback rating. Jet sweep, fake, Buckholz out of one tackle. Can't get out of the second one. And making the tackle for the Mingus Marauders, number 46, Bryce Kramer, a sophomore. And I talking to Coach Young, they say they're grooming this young man. They are grooming Kramer to be the incoming Phelps next year. Quarterback takes the snap, looking to keep it himself, and up the middle he goes, rumbling and stumbling, and gets tripped up out there. Number 14 on the tackle for the Marauders, that's Colby Fanning.
Colby Fanning, freshman, 5'8", 150 pounds, running back and DB there. So that was a nice play by him to trip up Buchholz and get the tackle, but a nice pickup by Buchholz.
3rd and short, just past the 30-yard line. Here come the Moon Valley Rockets. They're going to try off tackle. Buchholz finds a big hole and gets across midfield down to the Mingus Marauder 49-yard line. And the young man picks up a good solid 18 yards on that carry.
I tell you what, I thought he was going to take that one for even more than he got, but a nice play by number 37, Mestis, to kind of stop his progression and tackle him, the senior, 6', 160.
Back to the run game they go. Piper's going to keep it himself. Off tackle, weaving to the outside. In pursuit are the Marauders, driving him out, but not until a first down and another 11 yards. Shane Piper starting to add up some yardage on the ground. He now has 73 yards on the ground. And Buchholz, another 100-yard rushing game for the young man, 103 yards so far.
Well, we've seen, 100 yards. We've seen glimpses of that real talent and athleticism that he has there. But I tell you what, Piper, the last 2 drives here, making noise with his feet.
Takes the snap, looking to throw, throws the ball downfield, has a man, and just tripped up in a tackle, a touchdown tackle saving, or a touchdown saving tackle. That's what I meant. Number 32, that's Carson Anderson downfield.
Well, that's what it'll do. I mean, Piper, a couple nice big running plays on this drive and the drive before, so it leaves it open up the middle for a nice completion, and now they're in the red zone.
There's the snap, jet sweep going to the far side. A receiver who had just caught the ball runs it this time, and that's Conchos. And Conchos will pick 5 up on the jet sweep.
Again, we talked about them wanting to get Conchos involved. He rushing the ball, only 6 yards coming into this game, but receiving, he's got 151 before tonight.
There's the snap, a pitch coming to Buchholz, but they're going to run this one dead. They'll blow it dead, and that usually means movement prior to the snap.
Buchholz kind of throwing his hands up in the air there once he heard the whistle. He's like, hey, I saw daylight. I saw the end zone. But blown dead. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, no kidding. Buchholz has how many touchdowns on the season?
On the season, he's got 4.
So far, he has been...
and 1 receiving touchdown as well.
He has been denied end zone land here today. And they're going to actually take that one against Mingus as for an encroachment. So 2nd and short. Now, if this was soccer, it would be play on advantage, right? But that doesn't happen. And Buchholz will have to find a different hole if he's going to get into the end zone. Piper takes the snap, looking to run it himself, tries the inside, and Mingus stiffens up and takes the ball away, going the opposite direction for the Mingus Marauders, and avoids 1 tackle, cuts back inside looking for a block, and all the way down to the Moon Valley 32-yard line. Did they really steal the ball? Cody Merrow with the run. Did he literally take the ball out of Piper's hands as the 3rd quarter came to an end? He did. How about that? Running the ball back from the Mingus Marauder 2-yard line all the way down to the 31-yard line of the Moon Valley Rockets. Holy cow, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a break. 44-14, Mingus on top for the 4:48 on, oh my goodness, on Homecoming 2015. We'll be back after this.
Digitel, a Verizon Premium Wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon Premium Wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
What an incredible defensive play as the Mingus Marauders stopped quarterback Shane Piper. He's trying to get to the first down, stood him up, went to a little ball hawking. The ball pops out and Merrill returns it 67 yards to the Moon Valley 31-yard line. Now the pitch coming to the far side and dragged down in the backfield and not picking up much yardage. Number 6 with the carry, that's Stabrith.
A nice play there by Brad Beal at number 88 for Moon Valley. He's actually been back there a couple times when they are able to contain the run game by the Mingus Marauders. It's usually Beal back there making the noise, and a nice job kind of chasing him down from behind.
Fourth quarter just underway. Mingus leading 44-14, 11:25 on the clock. And here come the Marauders. The snap going the opposite direction is eaten up and not getting out of the backfield is Stabrith. Meyer turned around, handed the ball to him, and very quickly the Moon Valley Rockets were in the backfield.
Yeah, that was number 12, Malik Clark again, the sophomore defensive tackle, 6'2", 273, the guy we talked about who was chasing Upham a couple series ago. He gets through the line for a big blow-up play.
Now, that's not good. When the 273-pound guy hits you when you're not moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're moving, you get a chance at least to glance off.
Deflect a little bit.
Man in motion, second back. Looks like quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's got a corner, slows up, bounces off of one, picks up some yards past the original line of scrimmage. Give him about 5 on the carry, but that is going to bring up a 4th and 9 with Mingus at the 30-yard line.
Now down on the injury, a guy we just talked about, number 12, Malik Clark. He's down there. He's got the trainer looking over him. And again, I believe this is the 4th Rocket that we've seen down with an injury just this half.
Trainer for the Mingus Marauders, Boyson, immediately out on the young man and will hand over care to the Moon Valley Rockets. And once again, I hope it is simply cramps. 10:17 left to go, 44-14. We're going to take a break here at Mingus Union High School for homecoming. We'll return right after this.
Digitel, a Verizon Premium Wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon Premium Wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Still down on the field for the Moon Valley Rockets, Malik Clark, and we hope that young man is not damaged and is going to be just fine. Hey, we want to thank our friends at Flip City Gymnastics, cheerleading, and more. And their location right next to our studios, 3405 East State Route 89A. Also want to thank our friends at Graham's Integrity Auto, where integrity comes standard equipment. And speaking of standard equipment, you have scores.
I do have scores. Again, on Twitter, you can follow NAZHS Football for updates. Payson at the halftime, they lead Flagstaff 18-7. Bradshaw 28-13 over Thunderbird in the third quarter. So Bradshaw looking good against Thunderbird here as they're finishing up the third quarter, and then Payson, of course, over Flag 18-7.
Interesting. Payson taking it to the Eagles here. The Eagles 3-1. Now remember, Prescott's only loss this year has come to Thunderbird by a score of 28-20, and Bradshaw leading Thunderbird here in this game. Interesting as you start to see these different competitions happening, and teams that you've played and teams that other people have played, and start comparing those scores.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely something that as a player, you kind of, even if your coach, you know, tells you don't worry about what other teams are doing against so-and-so team or that team or this team, but, you know, it's when this time of the season people start playing the same teams and they start to gauge where they're at.
Young man from Moon Valley, Clark, getting up and not putting any weight on that right leg is the sophomore from Moon Valley.
Yeah, they have his cleat off as well.
And they are going to bring him straight over off the side to the Mingus Marauders side. And they're going to get him right into the unit then and take him somewhere to take a look at that leg. And we pray that this young man is going to be okay. Michael Boyson is going to drive the unit. And
Coach Young just went over and gave him a few pats on the shoulder.
And coming around, it looks like he, just stepped wrong. Just looked like he stepped wrong. He may have been avoiding, as we look at the replay here on Verde Valley TV, he may have been avoiding his own player and stepped wrong, and that ankle went sideways. Mingus going for it on 4th down, throwing the ball deep. Open to Stabreth and a touchdown. The young man has a 30-yard touchdown reception. Meyer to Stabreth. And Mingus, right after the injury timeout, comes back and immediately put points on the board. 9:56 left to go, and Mingus has a 50 on the board here for homecoming.
Yeah, wide open Stabreth in the right side back corner of the end zone, and Meyer finds him a nice ball.
First touchdown pass by Meyer for the season. And it looks like we have the kick up and good. Meyer puts it up. And you had Kelly on the hold. Tyler Kelly, that is.
And is successful with the
And the extra point is good. And here we are, 9:56 left to go, 4th quarter. Mingus is up now 51-14. We'll return to Mingus Union High School right after this.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, Mingus is kicking off with a lead of 51-14. Homecoming 2015. Grant Williams, congratulations. Megan Gettle, congratulations, King and Queen for 2015. Ground ball, almost to the shortstop, picked up. Right-hand side, makes one man miss across the 40. Good return by the Moon Valley Rockets, almost to Mingus Marauder territory, back to the 44-yard line.
Real quick, I got to give kudos to the guys back in the truck and the camera operators down on the field and up top here for all these replays. I mean, we saw with that turnover, Tyler Kelly Kelly pulling that one away, and when they stripped out of the quarterback's hands, taking it back, that was a nice job getting that replay, and then seeing the injury there, we were able to kind of see what happened to his ankle there. But, hopefully he's going to be okay, Clark, and we'll see what happens here. Moon Valley trying to kind of continue to move the ball down the field.
Jet sweep coming to the near side. He's got some room to run. Blockers outside, cuts it back, and back toward the sideline. Finds an open hole, cuts it back toward the middle. Caught once, caught twice, caught 3 times, and down to the 15-yard line. And Nick Carlone with the ball and the run, and picks up phenomenal yardage downfield down to the Mingus Marauders 16-yard line.
Well, coming across the field from right to left here, he stops, makes a couple moves to evade a couple Marauders, has a guy pulling on his jersey that he's dragging, another guy ripping away his jersey. I mean, his jersey's taking a beating there, but nice hard run by Nick Carlon.
Stretchy material. And they're going to, not give it. They'll fake it to him again. Sean Piper carries it up the middle. The last time they stood him up, they took the ball away. This time he holds on for dear life and may have actually picked up a first down as the young man from Moon Valley defiantly keeps the ball in his hands.
You know, one thing, Nick Carlon, we've called his name quite a few times for rushing the ball, but he's actually coming into tonight's game their leading receiver with 194 yards. I mean, before this game, he only had 41 yards on the ground, and he's turning that around, kind of switching the cards here tonight.
Snap to Piper. Gives it to Buckholz up the middle. Mingus able to trip him up, and he may actually have tripped over either a Marauder or one of his own men. Short yardage, you'll get it within the 5, down to about the 4-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. Second carry, this time Buckholz should find pay dirt and does. No flags on the field, and Buckholz with over 100 yards, over 110 yards in the game, finally finds his first touchdown of the game as it now moves 51-20 here in the fourth quarter, and Moon Valley is in hurry up. They're going to get this kickoff real quick. 4 yards on the touchdown run, extra point attempt. The snap is bumbled. The kicker, number 33, picks it up, tries to run with it, and Purvis is tackled, and the extra point is no good. So it'll remain a 31-point lead by the Mingus Marauders. 8:42 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mingus up 51-20. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Back here at Mingus Union High School, Mingus looking to receive the kickoff once again, going from left to right across your radio dial.
Well, we got a final from Prescott Greenway. Prescott 48, Greenway 0. That one is in the books.
Interesting. Mingus just beat Greenway by 6. Score of 20-14. There's the kickoff. Goes deep and into the end zone and unreturnable for the Mingus Marauders, as Clark will have to just hand the ball over and Mingus will take it at the 20.
Again, another touchback from this kicking team for the Rockets. Nice job there, and 51-20 in the fourth quarter, 8:42 left to go.
Well, Moon Valley's done some damage here in the second half. Mingus will come back out again. Upham is already showered. I think he's at the dance already. Unless he's down on the field somewhere. Actually, there's no way that he'd be leaving this field. He's sitting down here with Ruiz and Phelps. Mingus runs the ball, left-hand side off tackle. Good run. And right now I think Mingus wants to run the ball, control the ball, and run the clock and just chew up some of this time here. 2nd and 4, Mingus from the 26-yard line.
Moon Valley, their offense has been playing much better this second half. I mean, once Piper started figuring out that he's getting a lot of work done with his feet. I mean, he's been moving the ball when he decides to hold it and run from the quarterback position. Buckholz getting the push from his offensive line in there for that last touchdown.
Bryce Kramer had the last 2 carries. He gets the ball again. And number 46 picks up the first down. A pair of 6s. Pair of 6s for the young man.
Again, Bryce Kramer, sophomore, 5'10", 190.
Told you, they are grooming this young man. And another Moon Valley Rocket now down on the ground here, right at the 30-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Mingus Marauders at the 31-yard line when we return to Mingus Union High School after this.
whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, we still have a Moon Valley Rocket down on the ground at the 30-yard line. As they're looking over him, concerned players kneeling close to him. And hopefully that young man is going to be okay. We have seen too many men on the field down here for my liking, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a shame. We talked about the injuries coming into this game, and last week, of course, suffering an ACL as their quarterback. So that trend continuing here tonight.
Lanny Glenn, one of their leading tacklers, being helped off the field. That is the second time that young man has been down here today. This time, though, last time he went under his own power. This time, not under his own power.
I'd like to thank a couple sponsors real quick. Suzy Q Market, your first stop for road trips. Cottonwood Taco Bell, Liv Moss.
And Mr. Hayden Harrison on the field for the Mingus Marauders as Mingus drives the ball forward for about 6 yards. And I bring him up because he was one of the young men nominated for King this year. One of 2 Mingus Marauders, a Curso and a Hayden Harrison. 2nd and 5 for the Mingus Marauders as they'll pick up 5 for 7:21 left to go on the clock. 2nd and 5 from about the 35-yard line. First back through and picking up just a couple this time. But gaining the tough yards is Bryce Kramer.
We've seen a couple times this season with Marauders putting a lot of points on the board and having a nice, comfortable lead late in the games. They're able to get these sophomores, juniors, a couple freshmen out there and get some work early on, which I think coming up to the difficult part of your schedule, you start playing section, getting these close games. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. These guys never know when they're going to get the call. If you look over at Moon Valley, several injuries here tonight. You just never know. So the fact that they're getting some time on the field is huge.
Handoff comes to Kramer, and he may have, well, with that mark, he should have the first down. Mingus has all sorts of new players in there. Jordan Pollock, a wide receiver junior for the Mingus Marauders, lining up to the near side. As Kramer moves the chains again, he's gonna get the name of workhorse here pretty quick, isn't he?
Yeah.
5 carries in a row.
He loves it, though.
Hayden Harrison lines up near side on the hash mark. Crowd loves him. Crowd loves him. Lines up at the receiver position. Man goes in motion. That's Kelly. And going down in the backfield, losing his footing, is Meyer. Little confusion on which way the ball was supposed to go if he was going to keep it. That'll be a negative play for the Mingus Marauders. Loss of 4. 2nd and about 14 from the 39-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. 5:42 left to go. 2nd and 14 reminds me of the 14-piece deal at Home Furnishings Direct, $9.99.
You're so great at doing that, slipping it in.
You know, I went and saw Denny today, and he reminded me. He made me say it like 6 times. Quarterback keeps it, coming to the near side. He's got a man to beat. He's got 2 men to beat. And he slipped 1 tackle, but gets back to the line of scrimmage. Holy cow, that was exciting. But did not get the perceived result or desired result as it gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 14. I won't repeat it again.
Trey Meyer doing a lot of work. I mean, he's going to get a loss on the play, but he was back there about 15, 10 yards trying to evade any rocket that he could and gets what he can back. And it's going to set up 3rd and long for the Marauders as they lead 51-20 with just under 5 minutes left to go in the game.
Evading the Rockets. That sounds like a good thing to do, doesn't it?
Yeah. I would do the same.
And it looks like keeper coming to the near side. He's got some room, lowers the shoulder and gets close to the first down. Meyer gets across the 50-yard line, but he should be maybe a yard short. He'll pick up 13 on the carry.
Hard run there. Meyer's not afraid to lower that shoulder, as we've seen tonight since he's been in the ball game, running the ball really hard and getting it done with his feet. But then he had that nice touchdown pass to Pacheco not too long ago, and he had a nice that was a nice looking pass as well. So Trey Meyer looking pretty good out there for the Marauders, and it's comforting to know that you can have someone who you can put in, if Upham needs a break or if anything happens. So nice work by Meyer.
Man in motion, first back through, gets the ball on a 4th down and 2nd effort. Kramer should have that first down.
Handoff to number 46.
Yeah, he does. He did that on his own. He was hit immediately and then just started dragging weight and bodies along with him. Kramer picks up the first down.
Yeah, that extra little drive, knowing that it's 4th down and you'd have to pick up this first down. As you see here, runs into one of his own guys and just keeps pushing, keeps those feet moving and falls forward. And falling forward like that was just enough to get the first down.
Fall forward. What a concept. Let's teach our kids that. I love that. Wing situation. Mingus with the ball. Meyer keeps it himself, calls his own number, goes off tackle, picks up 1, and meets a barrage of rockets. 3:35 left to go, 4th quarter, 51-20. Mingus holding on to the ball and running the clock here with a 31-point lead deep into the 4th quarter. I think Mingus wants to see if they can hold this one all the way through.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, nothing but running plays here as expected. 2nd and about 9 yards.
Pollock near side for the Mingus Marauders. Kramer in the backfield, man in motion. First back through, gets it. And Kramer runs into Buckholz. Buckholz tackles him low. And Kramer gets up, holding onto the ball, a 4-yard gain. Mingus into Moon Valley territory at the 42-yard line. How about that?
Buckholz calling his name on defense.
Yeah. Bryce Kramer, the sophomore. 5'10", 190 pounds. He's got 31 yards for the Mingus Marauders. And there's the snap. First man through is Kramer once again. And he'll dive forward for maybe another 3. Man, this kid should be in the FFA. Just attach the plow to him and he'll just... 4th down and about 4. Mingus has gone for 4th down a couple of times here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him do it again as they've got the clock under 2 minutes. Both teams with all timeouts. They're going to go for it on 4th down, man in motion. And Meyer calls his own number and gets a final push again. And really, it wasn't Meyer that got him the yardage. It was the push from his own man that got him up close to first down marker. Okay, what's your guess? Do they have it or are they going to measure?
No, they're giving it to him. A little help from the offensive lineman there to get Meyer that first down, falling forward again.
Last Saturday, Anthony, one of our offensive linemen with the Wildcats, our running back had gotten stood up. He literally grabbed him and started pulling. I loved it.
I got you, buddy. Come on.
First down, Mingus going into victory formation. Kramer says, wait, I'm not going to get the handoff? Mero said, no, get up here. We got to just take a knee. And Meyer will take a knee with 1:15 left to go. Mingus should be able to run out this clock, leading 51-20 here for homecoming 2015. Hayden Harrison will get to stay out there for the final couple plays here. Lined up as receiver. Mingus taking their time with the clock down to 50 seconds. As we're going to take right after the snap, we're going to take a look at our smile cam for the second half. Meyer takes the knee, and our smile cam, Mingus Marauder fans are happy with the homecoming victory out here today. 30 seconds left to go. Mingus with one more snap in this one, and will walk away victorious. There is a very proud papa. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yes, Rob Harrison out in the crowd smiling as his son's squad will be victorious here. 13 seconds left to go. There's the final snap of the game. And for homecoming 2015, Mingus will win this one 51-20. Mingus played majestically out here tonight. Love playing Moon Valley. So far, the last 5 times these squads have matched up, Moon Valley's been victorious 3 times. Mingus taking the second victory in the series here, and we will return for our Digital post-game report coming up right after this.
And we look forward to seeing you.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hi, guys.
Yeah. I enjoyed my purchase experience at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep. My salesperson took me out on the lot and let me look around at all the cars while my children played in the play area. And they really enjoyed it. There was no pressure.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics. We are Flip City Gym. We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
It's time now for the Digital post-game report. Stay tuned for the Marauder wrap-up, game highlights, and the Digital player of the game. The Digital post-game report starts now.
Mingus Marauders going off the field out here today at Homecoming 2015. Got to get ready for the dance.
Get ready for the dance. You know, maybe shower. Maybe shower if you have time, right?
You know, maybe that was my problem, right? Oh, my goodness. We want to thank Digitel, Verizon Wireless locations across northern Arizona, sponsoring our post-game report. And, boy, we got a good one for you. The Mingus Marauders at halftime had control of this game and, basically did so both on the ground and in the air. Curso started the scoring with a run for a touchdown. Galloway had a 15-yard reception also in the first quarter. Meyer added a field goal from 27 yards, and Mingus at the end of the first quarter ended up leading 17-0. Then Moon Valley came back with a 73-yard punt return, making it 17-7. Mingus would finish up Curso a second touchdown, 67 yards out running. Then a 67-yard pass as Upham finds Clark for his second throwing touchdown. And the extra point was blocked. Mingus led 30-0 at that point at halftime. Third quarter action, we'll kind of pick it up there. With third quarter action, Mingus would score first on the ground in the third quarter, 8:38 left to go, and Pfeiffer finds his way through the middle of the field, gets a block downfield, but really throws off the would-be tacklers himself, and 48 yards he gallops for pay dirt. The extra point by Meyer was good, and Mingus led 37-7. Still third quarter action, 6:04 left to go, and Upham, his third throwing touchdown of the game. He finds a Curso near side. There's the fake. Steps back. Got a last-minute block that he needed in a Curso. Had it wide open. Sometimes you're too wide open for those.
Yeah, that was a great job by Upham. I mean, staying in the pocket under pressure, as you saw there in the replay if you're watching on TV, is that, Clark tried getting a shoulder on the defensive back that came up from the outside, but wasn't able to. And Upham taking a little shot on the shoulder, but delivering a beautiful pass to a Curso, and a Curso throwing the hand up, looking in front of him. There's nobody else but that goal line, and he knows it's a touchdown. So really great to see three touchdowns in the air for the Marauders offense tonight. Really like to see that, especially heading into section play. Anytime you can kind of throw the defense off a little bit, run the ball like this offense does so well. But when you can complete some passes downfield for decent gains, that's just going to open up that run game even more.
And it did. The Mingus Marauders did particularly well with that here tonight. It was 44-7, still third quarter action with 3:58 left to go, and Moon Valley did not say die. Piper would hold this one himself, 26 yards as he finds the pylon on the left-hand side. Jukes inside, Jukes outside, beats Romero to the pylon for the touchdown, and it was 44-14. Mingus immediately comes back, fourth quarter action though, 9:56 left to go, and another throwing touchdown, the fourth in the game. This one, Meyer steps back, throws the ball downfield to a wide open man in the corner. It's Stabrith on fourth down. A fourth down conversion, the extra point by Meyer was good, 51-14. And then with 8:42 left to go, a 4-yard dash by the visiting Moon Valley Rockets, and Buchholz goes all the way down deep into the fourth quarter, but finally he gets his points. 51-20, our final score here for homecoming 2015. Mingus did an exceptional job defensively. They really did against Moon Valley, and don't get me wrong, this Moon Valley squad falls to 0-5. This is not an 0-5 team. This squad just they have a lot of talent. They haven't been able to get it to quite gel yet.
Yeah, they haven't been able to, and really injuries hurt them coming into this game. And then now after this game, I think we had, 4 Moon Valley players that went down just maybe in the second half, one of them including one of their linemen that had to be carted off the field. But again, anytime you lose your starting quarterback in Pollard, who has won 575 yards on this season in 4 games, it's going to be tough when you get a new guy in there like we had with Piper, the senior, 6'4", looking to do what he can, but we saw early on the timing just was a little off for the Moon Valley Rockets, and once he started figuring out that he could get the job done with his legs a little bit in the second half, especially, we saw you recap that touchdown, that rushing touchdown that he had. They started moving the ball a little bit. I mean, he was kind of not forcing things and wasn't afraid to kind of pull the ball down and run it. And then Buchholz got his touchdown, finished just over 100 yards, so he's continues to have a good game. But the Mingus Marauders on defense again doing a great job just to kind of contain the offense of the opponent.
Digital post-game report, that's where we are. Glad you're along with us. We have got some stats to go through. We still have our player of the game, which is coming up right up after this.
Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digital, your local Verizon Premium Wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, the Mingus Marauders victorious on homecoming by a score of 51-20. Congratulations to Grant Williams and Megan Gettle for being king and queen for 2015, and congratulations to their. I know both of their parents. That's pretty cool. So I have to get a hold of them this weekend and go, hey, way to go. Hey, that's pretty cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
That is an awful lot of fun. The Mingus Marauders did a phenomenal job entertaining the crowd here tonight. Moon Valley came up a formidable opponent. Congratulations to Moon Valley. We wish them well in the remainder of their season. But let's take a look at the Moon Valley Rockets as they come up to Cottonwood and take on the Marauders here tonight. Buchholz, 23 carries. He got to 100 yards, 101 yards and 1 touchdown. Took him almost the end of the game to get it done, but was able to reach that 100-yard mark for the 4th time this season. Carlone, 3 carries, 64 yards, but you add that to his special teams yardage from kick returns and punt returns, a touchdown. He had a lot more yards. 269 yards on the ground for the visiting Rockets, only 25 in the air. And definitely, Shane Piper did a great job trying to control the offense, but unable to be as successful as his predecessor with that ACL problem. Also on the ground here, other players had some great nights. Shane Piper ended up with 9 carries, 84 yards, sacked only once, had a touchdown as well for the visiting Rockets. Conchos had a couple of carries. Cologne, we said they had those 3. And then receiving the ball, well, Conchos was the only person receiving. He had all 25 receiving yards for the visiting Moon Valley Rockets here tonight, who struggled. They coughed up the ball some.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, the Mingus Marauders on defense again this week, forcing turnovers. You had, in the first half alone, Scalf had 2 fumble recoveries, so a big first half for him. Pacheco also had a fumble recovery. And then Merrill had one there in the second half where Piper was running, trying to make a second effort into the end zone, and Merrill just kind of literally stripped the ball right out of his hands, and it looked like the play was dead. All of a sudden, he starts shooting out, running down the field for a huge pickup. Sorry, I almost hit you in the face there.
You're right, I saw that.
That's how far that pickup was there. I mean, that was a great job, just sticking with the play, gang tackling as a defense allows you to strip the ball like that. So a nice job by him. Tyler Kelly also had an interception. Seems like we're talking about one of the Kellys, if not both of them, every single week when it comes to turnovers and defense. So, yeah, coming into this game, looking at the stats, Moon Valley had, I believe, 6 interceptions coming into this and 3 fumbles. So that continued for them tonight. But I give the credit to the defense for all of those. I mean, just the fact that they're playing as a team and getting it done from all different angles, it's really great to see.
94 return yards for the Mingus Marauders, 27 on the interception return, 67 on Merrow's fumble recovery return strip.
All himself.
Yeah, there was a host of red there.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of people punching at that ball in that pack, and that's what happens when you get stood up some. But offensively, Mingus over 500 yards of offense, over 50 points on the board, their biggest offensive point total of the year here for homecoming against Moon Valley. In the air, Jordan Upham ended up the first half with 125 yards. Second half, 165 yards for the Mingus Marauder senior quarterback as he ends up going, 6 for 10, 165 yards for the senior, 3 touchdowns. 4th touchdown throwing came from Trey Meyer, his first attempt and first touchdown of the year. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
The quarterback ratings are going to be awesome. Curso on the ground, 5 carries, 101 yards on the ground. He is the 100-yard back for the Mingus Marauders. Every game it seems like Mingus has one. 317 rushing yards, had 312 last week, so we were 5 yards better this week, but 195 passing yards, considerably better than last week. 512 yards total offense for the Mingus Marauders, and they had people contributing from all over. You had Jordan Upham with 58 rushing yards on the ground. Tristan Clark did not have a lot of yards on the ground, had some good receiving yards, though. Ruiz only had two runs for 33 yards. Stabrif had a couple in the second half and ended up with 3 carries on the game. Alec Pfeiffer had 3 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown in the game. And 34 yards from Kramer, who pretty much got the fourth quarter duties.
He was running the ball hard all quarter.
Yep. He got 8 carries, 34 yards. Merrow had a couple of carries and 10 yards. Meyer ended up with 6 carries and 21 yards. Galloway, 1 reception, made it count, 15-yard touchdown. Tristan Clark ended up with 3 receptions in the game for 43 yards. Accurso had 1 for 36 and a touchdown. Stabrith had 1 for 30 yards and a touchdown. And the Mingus Marauders able to get it done, both aerial and on the ground. Got to get to our Digital Player of the game, though. Where are you going to go with that?
Well, I got a couple guys in mind, but the fact that he had 3 passing touchdowns, I love to see that from Upham. I mean, just the fact that he's getting it done on the ground. We've seen that. We know that happens. I mean, every single game this year, he's been doing work on the ground and making plays happen with his feet. But to see the 3 touchdowns in the air, I'd love to see that, especially where we're heading in the season. 6 for 10, 165 passing yards, 58 rushing yards to go along with that. So I got to give it to Upham, and he didn't really play much of the second half.
No, he didn't. But I'm going to go with the Curso, though. I am, because he had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. And yard for yard, he was right there with Upham in total offense. So, I gotta split this one.
Yeah, they're both, if you're going, who was more valuable in terms of offense or rushing and in the air, I mean, touchdowns on both ends. You had Upham with the 3 in the air, a Curso, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air, and well-deserving as well. So it's every week it's been tough to pick one, and I guess that's a good thing.
Player of the game. Player of the game, Mr. Williams, King for 2015. Ms. Gettles, Queen for 2015. That's going to be a wrap here for the Digital post-game show. Once again, Mingus wins tonight on homecoming by a score of 51-20 over the Moon Valley Rockets. I'm Jackie Bessler, Kyle Benedict. We also want to thank Ryan Nichols, John Stabe, Abby, and Joey Kwiatkowski on cameras, Rick Foreman on Cameron, and never forget the lovely and talented Ashley Kay in the studios. Good night from Mingus Union High School. We'll talk to you back here. Bradshaw Mingus section play begins next Friday here at Mingus Union High School. Have a great evening.
This has been the Mingus Marauder post-game report. Brought to you by Digitel, your premium Verizon wireless retailer in Cottonwood next to Susie Q Market on Main Street. Or see the Digitel locations in Prescott and Flagstaff. Don't miss the video replay of tonight's Mingus Marauder football game on Verde Valley TV. That's Cable 1 Channel 56 and Suddenlink Channel 2. For times, visit verdevalleytv.com.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.